Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Uglies. I'm your host, Josh Denny. With me, as always, is Carter.
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing? And, of course, joining us today, Vito Gesualdi, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Hello.
That was very samurai of you.
Yeah.
Well, he said, Carter is here.
Listen, anime is gay.
Anime is not gay. Some of anime is gay.
Most of anime is gay.
A lot of anime is gay, but some of
Why
the anime
is
that's
that?
not gay.
You're the dork expert.
Well, we dropped a nuclear bomb on these fuckers. It kind of rewired their sexuality
It
in a
made
lot
them
of
gay?
strange. Yeah. It's like
You heard it
Alex
here,
Jones with
folks.
the frogs.
This is a bomb. That's where to open
The
it.
first time hearing this is that's why they're gay. It's a nuclear make them suck a peanut.
I thought they were just so obsessed with porn that they just.
I don't know if
eventually
I don't know
got
if they're
bored.
more obsessed with porn than other countries.
It's only the access powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
Germans and the Japanese are both very
And
porn
Italians.
weirdos, and the Italians. That's true.
So we're this is our first episode back after almost 2 weeks, because we put the Leonardo episode out with Nick and Leonardo like late, because we knew we were going to be off
Right.
because of the special taping, which Vito, you were a part of, and you did a little stand-up. You had some fun.
Little something for the fans. It came out.
Did you have fun?
Big time Vito thought he would grace his smaller, less successful comedy friends with a.
This is the behavior we love.
This is happening already.
This is the behavior that we
Come
love.
on,
Here we go.
Come
I'm just joking.
on.
No, you guys are the real stand-ups. I did do a little stand-up though.
Yeah, you had fun, right?
I did have fun. Yeah, I was surprised I didn't completely bomb.
Do you like when fans come up and they're like, that wasn't as bad as I thought? Like, you guys,
that was basically
yeah, you had a couple.
Wow, I thought that was going to be like terrible, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as bad.
Because there were a couple.
Hey, you didn't suck. It's like the weirdest compliment that you get. But you said you felt that way.
It's a fair compliment though, because like I don't do stand up regularly. I tried it for a while and I just kind of was like, It's a lot of like shitty open mics and listening to women complain about their vaginas and whatever else.
Yeah, don't go to those.
Yeah,
Just
but how
don't
much-
go
I
to
didn't know
those
where else to
ones.
go. I don't fucking know.
How much more of it though is it? Vito's like, plus you got to leave the house.
You do have to leave the house.
It's just like, oh god.
Well, you know what? Honestly, LA, it sucks to get around, and
It does.
some of these guys were like, yeah, and then I hit a mic over at Skeeter's on 38th, and then I go to Dunkin' Blowhards down on 20. I'm like, what the fuck? You just driving around town, going to like shitty bars all night?
Shows how
to
much
do-
this fucking guy knows Dunkin' Blowhards first. Fucking Dunkin' Blowhards ain't been around forever, dude.
I got 2 minutes over at Hunky Chowders, and you're like, all right, man, cool.
By the way,
Yeah.
these all sound like way cooler places than the places we do.
Dude, I'm not
comedy.
gonna lie. What do you say? Chunky chowders?
The Hunky Chowder? I don't fucking know.
I would love to do comedy at that place.
The Hunky Chowder.
I'm fucking with whatever they got there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Who books that?
what do you think they got?
But that's every time I talk to comics, and they're like, and that's what you got to do. You got to do the grind. And I'm like, I don't know.
No, the grind is gay.
I'll make stupid videos on the YouTube and see how that works
You
out.
do need to get up more than once a year, but yeah.
I agree with that. If I was
Yeah.
trying to be a look, yes, I get it.
Yeah.
And maybe I will. Who knows?
Listen, you gotta do stand. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of money in stand-up, so they tell us.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I'm always
Yeah.
like, how much are you guys making? And they're like, oh, I mean, like during the day, I got to work at, Walt Disney.
Well, that's like,
Shoveling
yeah,
the
but honestly
coal.
though, but the crazy thing is like,
Hold on. Is that what you think they do at Disney?
Yeah, they got the furnaces down below. I know how Epcot
it's
works.
just like an old Bosco.
Epcot is not
cartoon.
here.
I know, but I'm saying, it's still the same energy propulsion system that Walt Disney engineered for the Epcot system.
It's so funny.
Do you know what
The
Epcot
only
was?
people-
Do you know what Epcot was originally?
Please tell me it was a concentration camp.
It was kind of in a way. It was the
Nice.
experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Disney was building basically a city
That's
that
why
would
they have
all
botany there. They have like when you go on the what is it the people mover
Parasol
ride,
Browgers or some shit. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
the
go
people mover.
and they would take you through, and there's like this whole like botanical. And it was like, oh, is it gardens and stuff? I'm like, no, they're growing like actual like plants
Food.
and it was like, is this for food and medicine? And they're like, and you're like, the fuck is going on?
Epcot was going to be a perfect circular city where all the houses fed into a central furnace underground, and it was all used to heat the entire thing. Like Disney wanted to revolutionize America, and then the Jews killed him.
I guess it explains why this song.
They had too
lyric-
many good ideas.
It explains that it's a small world ride because it's like it's
that
a
the
small
mustache?
world after all. There is no room for niggas here. It kind of makes sense. Like now that I think about the song, it kind of makes sense.
And that's when the black robots kind of turn and look at the other robots, and they're like, "What the fuck do they say?"
The Walt Disney Hitler mustache was about like the amount of like Jew hatred was.
That's how much the mustache shrinks inward on itself.
Yeah.
You start losing
But
the
they
ends.
Definitely had similar mustaches though, right?
Hitler and Disney.
Disney had a faint mustache. Yeah, it was like
a pencil mustache.
Because he still had to employ him and shit.
He still had to, yeah, exactly. Well, half the guys drawing the fucking cartoons
Who the
were
fuck
Jews.
is going to do the books?
It's like, all right.
It's like, as long as you
Maybe
guys
a
can draw
couple of
Snow
them.
White, but don't put any Jewish features on her again. Every time I come down here, you guys are trying to make that nose longer, and I'm not okay with it.
And then like, what about the?
You just read my mind. You just read my fucking mind.
Mr. Disney, how about this witch? Draw her nose bigger.
You nailed her. You got that one right.
So you get a little preview of what the fucking green room fun was like that night. But I mean, listen, honestly, I tell people this all the time. Like, they go like, when we were setting up the show, Nick, the booker, you met Nick. He's like, dude, there's going to be so many people there. It's going to be, and I go, listen, we have to overbook this for two reasons.
Right.
One, it's free, right? And we didn't want to charge people tickets because we knew, like, hey, if we have to do a lot of pickups, like if I fuck up bad and we got to keep them there an extra hour,
you got to make them feel a little guilty.
We got to make up. We can't charge people for that, right? And then I was like, but you also have to oversell it because it's LA and people will flake. And so, like, people look at the footage from that night and they go, wow, there's so many people there. And it's like, no, we had double the reservations, but all of our actual friends were the ones who didn't show up. And then we had fans show up. Like, you guys had fans from Biggest Problem show up. And then we had fans that drove as far down, where the couple that you said drove down from the Bay Area.
Yeah, what's funny is there's like, about the anonymous people on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
trolls.
But like when they're trolls, you'd be like, eh. Then there's people that interact with you constantly.
Yeah.
That you have no idea what they look like. Who are they? Because they have avatars.
Are you talking about Kulak?
I should. Yeah. So, this like the older woman and her husband or boyfriend, whatever.
Okay.
They came up. She was just like, break a leg like before the show, and then I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, how the fuck she know?
Right.
I was like, this, like, it was like not my demo.
Not my, yeah.
Well,
right.
And that was what was funny was at the beginning of the show, you go out, you go, dude, there's like a bunch of old ladies in the front.
Yeah, you're like, don't walk.
70-year-old white ladies. And then come to find out, we didn't really
that old.
Yeah, but we didn't really realize until Carl was up there like, yo, these bitches are the most down motherfuckers in the audience.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I thanked them after the show. I was like, you guys were great.
Yeah, they were awesome. So this chick,
weird old lady and
she wasn't weird. She was just like, break a leg. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then after the show came up, she was like, we love you. We follow you. She was like, and I love your, her husband was just like, she's listening to your podcast. Because I thought it was him. Was like,
you never think it's the
more
women.
sense.
I was like, thanks, man, for coming out. And he was like, I was like, so like,
he's like, I don't like you at all.
He goes, and she said, she loves the podcast and stuff. I go, oh, really? You turn her on to that? And he goes, it's all her.
That's
like,
weird.
And I was like, what? And she goes, I don't really like sports, but you guys, when you talk about it, I think it's fun, and everything else you talk about, I just love it. And I was like, damn. I was like, how long have you been out? She's like, well, I was a censored listener.
Yeah, she followed us.
And I was
like,
big time sports. So she listened to us. When
so she was on censored. She found you guys.
Still listens to us.
And even though she was like, how do you listen to a sports podcast? You don't like sports? That's crazy.
That's because we're good.
You guys are just so good.
This is the thing that we had to explain. So anyway, she tells us, she's like, she's like, I engage with you. Carl goes, why don't you engage with us more on social media so we know you're after? She goes, I do. I'm Kulak. And we're like, get the fuck out of here.
It's like a person who's always on Twitter.
Yeah.
Always like this like account. And then she's like, yeah, that's me.
But the picture of Kulak Carditis looks like fucking
dude,
David Bowie or something from the 80s.
Yeah, it's some random figure. But things like that, it was like so many of those people
Yeah.
Yes, South Cali G came up. You know, South Cali G is one of our longtime censored guys.
Yeah, censored listeners were there.
And
That was cool.
And that was what was funny to me, is because like we're not uncensored anymore. And one of the reasons why was you know, Gavin was like, well, nobody here likes sports, which is true. He's like, we just want more political show. You know, we want 10 of the same show.
Right.
And so we go, well, we don't want to do that show. And then we have this sort of civil war of fans.
That's why she said she listened to us, because we were the only ones that
didn't do the same show.
Yeah.
And so that's what is funny to me.
I mean, not only is censored
and,
doing that show, there's a million of those.
I know.
It's endless.
And even South Cali G was like, listen, man, I like you guys just because you're different, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what's so funny is, you know, Carl got into this civil war with a fucking listener last week, and he's just like, love the show, hate sports, stop talking about it. And we're just like, suck our dicks.
Yeah. And some of them, yeah, like, so that dude in particular will like bring us into, I could see it in my mentions sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
he'll be arguing with other people,
and it's like, listen, if I'm gonna waste my time for a fucking hour, I'm rather gonna listen to Josh Denny and Carl Spitali talk about sports.
I don't say that.
Yeah, in the middle of some random argument, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, and
I was like, thanks.
But here's the thing: is like,
we get backhanded compliments from our fans.
Yeah,
and that's who filled up the room. Was backhanded complimenting awesome people.
Yeah. And then you know, that day I got a bunch of texts from people who were like, the people who I thought for sure were going to show up, and they was like, dude, something came up. Turns out I don't care about you enough.
Right. I mean, it is pretty bad to not, I mean, whatever, I'm not gonna cast shade on your friends or whatever.
No, but that, you know, but it
is like a pretty big night.
Yeah, and I meant what I said to, you know, to both you and Dick, and to your fans and to our fans and the people that were there. Is like, you know, it means so much to me that people showed up. Like I tried to crowdsource doing a special in 2015, and then Ginormous Food happened shortly after that. And I was like, you know, you kind of get ahead of yourself, where I'm like, well, now that I have a TV show, I might be able to get like a real special.
Right.
And I'll just, you know, put those people over on that as like contributors or whatever.
It'll be easy.
And then that, we all know how that went, staying on television part. So, but what was awesome was there was a dude, when I was raising money on Indiegogo, was like, listen, I want to come in and help for this in a pretty big way.
Yeah.
Was like, I want to give you like a grant. I think he gave me $1,500 towards it. And when I started to do this, I go, listen, I'm obviously going to honor all the people who contributed on the Indiegogo for this. It was almost 10 years ago now. And I was like, I would love you to be there. Like, I still consider you like an executive producer on this. Like, so come out. And he came out and brought his boy. And it was so cool for him to be there. I shouted him out at the end of the show. But what was funny to me is like so you have like your casual fans who are like, oh, you know, I watch your podcast and I engage a little bit on social media. And then you have your like your autistic fans who are like, they'll come over and they're like, hey man, what's up? I'm so-and-so. And they'll shake your hand and they don't make eye contact. And then you have your friends who bring their lunatic comedy fans. Yeah. And my buddy Drew.
This guy loves fucking offensive shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
so Drew, the guy I'm talking about, Drew, he's like, my buddy here is a big comedy fan. He looks at me and he's like, dude, you're like the next Bill Burr. I was like, that's too much pressure. Don't say that. And he's just like, dude, this is going to be awesome. And he's like, the way you walk those black ladies. And I was like, oh, you're one of these guys.
Well, that mean you're the opposite of the next Bill Burr. Bill Burr would be like, no, come back. I need you. I love you so much. Yeah, exactly.
Brado. Fucking Brado. No, did you see that?
Did I see the walking?
Yeah.
I missed them walking out. No, I didn't get to see it.
I have the footage.
Was it quick?
I know the reason that I know that Dick seen it. Yeah, is because
he tweeted about it while it was happening.
Yeah, but he was at the bar.
Of course he was.
Oh, okay.
So he was posted up at the bar like this, and their table was like, like direct eyesight to that. Yeah. If you turned around from the bar and faced the stage, right? Because that's what it looks at. Their table was like over here
to the left.
Towards that, like the side where you can come in.
Oh, to the entrance. Yeah.
And so when he seen that, I was like, it's almost like we were counting, and it was like do you remember the old Tootsie Pop commercials?
Yeah. How many licks?
Yeah, dude.
How many ends to the center of a black woman's rage core?
The center of the exit, because it was like a 1,
A 1,
a 2,
a 2,
a 3,
A 3.
It's like, and then he did it was almost like you knew, but you didn't know.
No,
like,
Hans said it perfectly. Because when I posted the questionnaire of like, what was your favorite moment of the night? Han was the one who sent in watching the black women debate whether or not you said the N-word until you said it again, and then they walked out. Right? Like that was.
How is there a debate as to whether or not you said it? What else could you have said?
Well, and it's funny, and it's like I said,
There
in the
was
thing,
context.
it's like one of them was planned, and then what was I think I told you like because I
and
did
then one of them was Michael Richards.
Yeah.
who just stumbled in, ironically. No, but like no, one of them was planned, and then one of them was sort of spontaneous because I did a bit out of order, and so I was like I kind of had to just present it as an isolated idea. So I couldn't piggyback the other end. I had to.
You had to bring it back. You had to make it fresh in everyone's mind.
Yeah, but what's funny to me is I actually think that bit now as a standalone will work well for the cold open. Or
Yeah,
I might use that. I might use that.
Let them know right up front what they're getting into.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't
can
agree
with that.
You don't
Steven.
think the purse joke is the cold open?
I don't agree.
What do you think is the cold open?
A cold open?
Yeah,
That?
yeah. What do you?
No way.
Well, what is it? I'd
No
have to
way.
look back through the footage.
Yeah, I would have to. But like, no way. That's not a cold open.
You don't think that is a silly little?
No, because nobody immediately if you saw that.
What I think?
No, immediately if you saw that, you would go. They would go to Twitter and just start tweeting and not
sounds
watch
great.
the rest.
Yeah,
That's I don't see the problem.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
I just
either
saw
that or
this comedian, and I'm very offended on the internet. I gotta watch it now
Yeah.
too and see if I'm offended.
The one that I personally like the most.
You guys are fucking faggots.
The one that I personally like. Hold on a second. Why? Because we want it to be talked about.
Josh, don't be too controversial.
No, but
it
like
upsets
if
Carl.
the whole thing,
he's into it.
He's into
if
it.
the whole thing is about like I want people to see my work and blah blah blah, all this. I just said the reason why is they would stop watching.
You're saying they got to learn to love him before they allow him to say that word.
I don't know. I mean, I'll go through the edit and I'll figure it out. The one that I love personally, but I think it's a little too wordy and heavy.
I just think it's about watch time.
It's the OJ. I think the OJ joke is.
OJ's topical.
I think the OJ joke of
That you just threw in there, right?
well, it's the one that I tweeted that didn't get a lot of love when it happened, but I
saw. Did I respond to that tweet? Because I remember
Yeah.
reading that and going, "That is a very solid joke."
it's a good joke, but I just don't. I think it's too wordy for Twitter. But you know, essentially, I just like the idea of the cold.
Plus, he
open.
died like 2 days before he.
I just like the idea of the cold. It was like a week. I like the idea of the cold open being like. I think the most tragic part of OJ's legacy is that his life's greatest accomplishments will always be overshadowed by what he did on the football field. Like, I think that's
the problem with that joke
attack.
is it's like very clever, but it's also one of those ones where you're gonna go, "Oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I understand why it's funny."
But
so it doesn't get the immediate laugh.
yeah, but a thinker like that might not be bad for the cold open because they're gonna have the time of the opening credits.
Yeah, because then you get to sit
think
through
about
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've got so much footage to comb through.
You'll figure it out.
It's gonna be good. I do love the conspiracy theories about how we put the how we put the special together. Like, I just love the cope from people who don't. And I don't know if you get this either, but it's like. The second you get any kind of win, the people who don't like you are like, well, he must have sucked the cock of everybody there that's working on this because there's no way. And it's like, I'll tell you what I did. I did this crazy thing where I got my old crew for my TV show and I said, hey, how much does it cost to hire you? And then I paid them that amount of money.
Crazy.
And then they came and shot the special. It's not that wild of a fucking concept. But what is wild of a concept is that we couldn't spend one night together without Kiwi Farms be like, are these guys pedophiles? You brought me into your pedophile world,
They're
goddamn
leaving
it.
you alone. They're luckily not naming you. But
Yeah.
What is Kiwi Farms?
Kiwi Farms is a website.
It's because 4chan got too mainstream.
Yeah, it was supposedly created to track like certain like internet individuals they call lol cows. Do you know Chris Chan? Have you ever heard of that individual, the autistic guy who maybe had sex with his mother?
Slow down, dude. Slow down. Dude.
Okay.
You're speaking a fucking like
Foreign language here.
Yeah, you're talking in like Matrix code or something.
Basically, you know how
what
there's
is a lol what?
Wait, you don't know what a lol cow is? You can't be that out of the internet loop.
Yeah,
Well-
dude, I'm a fucking real man who has sex with women.
A lolcow is when you find somebody on the internet who's weird
Faggot.
and probably autistic or like a sexual deviant or
Why
something.
is it
Whatever.
a cow?
Man, I don't, because you can milk. You're milking them. You're milking them for laughs.
Oh, wow, is that it? I never put
by
that together.
tracking their lives and what they're up to and what stupid things they're
Yeah,
doing.
Carl's like, I don't know what a lolcow is. Well, a lot of people believe you host a podcast with one.
Yeah, exactly. Some people would
Josh,
try to claim,
yeah.
Josh is a lolcow because his, he's defeated and, watching him fail, that gives us, joy or whatever. It's kind of mean-spirited.
Oh,
a lot
instead
of
of
the time.
cash cow, it's lol.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
milking
yeah.
them for
For
your joy
laughing
from
at
their
them.
failure and their fucked up life or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
People think
it's
you're one,
the
they
whole
think I'm
thing.
one.
The whole thing that like why that piece of shit website exists.
Yeah, is to like make threads about, like Dick has a thread about how much of a piece of shit Dick is and how much his life sucks. And you're like, Dick's doing pretty good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people.
dude, I've been to his house. It's,
Yeah,
It's a pretty nice house. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if that's
yeah.
being a lolcow, let me be
Yeah,
a fucking
dude.
lolcow.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on a second. He's
I've been-
he's a in shape man of
Let's
age.
not go that far.
Right? No, he's compared to me.
compared to me and
Brad
yeah.
Pitt. Yeah.
For people I know that party hard, he's in tremendous shape.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's got a beautiful house up in the hills.
got a great old lady.
You got a nice lady.
You
He's
need to
got
be more respectful towards.
I'm very
Very-
respectful. I'm very
That
respectful.
needs an adjustment.
But the man has the life as far as it goes without being too beholden to like a job or
Yeah.
political, and people. So that's what I think is funny is like, if you go down these rabbit holes of these things, like there are literally people who are like, I know Seinfeld's a billionaire, but this guy ain't never been funny. And it's like, okay, you're fully retarded. Like you're fully retarded. I mean, it's like the thing you got, and I jumped in with you yesterday with Andy Kindler.
Oh yeah.
Where Kindler's like, here's how Seinfeld doesn't know what the fuck comedy is anymore. And I'm like, you're gay. You suck. You're I go, and by the way, this is how I know Andy. This is Andy. This is how I know you suck dick. Your pinned tweet is you talking about another comedian.
Right.
And you're supposed to be a comedian. Like, if there's no bigger indication that you're a fucking fit, I don't have tweets pinned to my profile. They're like, this Cat Williams really needs to change his fucking tune.
It's really bizarre. Andy Kindler, who is known for, I don't know, I guess he's on Bob's Burgers now.
Yeah, but
he's like a stand-up.
he's known for giving like a keynote at Just for Laughs every year
Right.
about what's wrong with the industry. A
Right.
festival that doesn't exist anymore, by the way, because it's what's wrong with
so
the
he
industry.
posted a recent news article of Seinfeld, and Seinfeld being like, well, there is a big problem with this left PC stuff. You can't make a lot of stuff on TV. A lot of people
He's
are
right.
being censored.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's very like obvious. We know this.
And
then, of course, all these people are coming out.
What I liked
Yeah.
about Seinfeld doing it, and this is what I didn't understand about these other motherfuckers who jumped on Seinfeld. They're like, he doesn't even cuss on stage. He doesn't do dirty comedy. He played it safe his whole career. I'm like, dude, he is speaking up for the non-billionaire dudes who do offensive comedy.
Yeah, that's what I don't. They can't wrap their heads around. They're like,
they can't.
So hold on though,
Yeah.
but my pushback against Seinfeld from the Kindler
Yeah.
perspective wouldn't be he's out of touch. It would be, okay, so finance some guys that are canceled. Like put your
Right.
money behind. So if you think there's great art out there, that's what I think is different between Ricky and Jerry, is that Gervais, if he found somebody like that he liked, I believe, and he hasn't done it yet, so hard
Yeah.
to say, but I believe he would put money behind them, whereas Jerry hasn't done that, and he's got plenty of money. It's like, go out and go give somebody like Sam Hyde a
Jerry
TV
should
show.
be funding some projects other than his fucking Pop-Tart movie or
That
whatever the hell.
looks so terrible.
Why? He's got some weird ideas, man.
I know it looks bad because my mom texted me about it. I was like-
She's like, you know what I want to see?
and she was like, yeah, I never had. See, we didn't have the frosted ones growing up. We had the, and so they're having that. I go, Mom, what are you talking about? She's like, Jerry Seinfeld's new movie that's coming out. It's called Unfrosted. I go, I haven't heard about it, but no. And after she texted me this shit, I saw like billboards and shit around town, and like there's fucking even the Laugh Factory. There's like a thing.
There's a Pop-Tart billboard
Dude,
above
there's
it.
a fucking like on the video screen.
What
It's
the
just
fuck?
like fucking Netflix Unfrosted. I was like,
It
this
better actually be
fucking
funny, or else
shit.
that's going to be fucking embarrassing.
I think he directed it.
Yeah, no, it's like his whole thing. So Andy Kindler said Seinfeld's wrong. He's just, there's nothing wrong with comedy or whatever. And I just posted back. I'm like, nah, I think he's right.
Yeah.
And then Andy Kindler went on like a fucking tirade.
He
He's
was
like,
like,
look
are
at
you
this.
actually a comedian?
Yeah,
You
dude.
fucking
And
say
it's
that,
like,
right?
And that's where I jumped in and I go, I'm a comedian. I've been canceled for jokes. He's right.
yeah.
And I was like, Vito's right.
He's like, oh, you think you know, blah, 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 you're a fake comic. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I just agree with Seinfeld. I think you're just not paying attention to what's going on.
And if that the whole Seinfeld thing is like two different conversations, and he had a longer talk about
Right.
coming home, and people used to just watch a sitcom. That's not. And he goes, "Where is it?"
Oh, not at all. I
Right?
haven't watched.
And it has to do with that. Like when he says like it's PC crap, he means the standards and practices and the network execs, all these people like and they go, oh yeah, because people even jumped at me and they go, explain Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I go, well, what Jerry's talking about is similar to how 4 episodes of Always Sunny got removed from Hulu.
Right.
That's what we're talking
and
about.
you responded with that too, right?
Dude, they hate when you bring. I got it blocked by a guy who had like a big thing. He's like, "Oh, Jerry thinks there's no un-PC comedy. What about Always Sunny in Philadelphia?" And you go, "What about the 5 episodes of that show that got banned because of Black Lives Matter?"
Yeah.
And he blocked me, and I'm like, "Well, like you guys are pretending."
They don't want it. They're pretending that their side is not about control. And then somebody wrote back to me on there and shared this LA Times article about how the Christian right wants like censor a show. And I go, like, one show that the Christian right wing spoke out about. It was like, okay, you think that all the studios are run by the Christian right?
Yeah, the Christian right's not
Do
banning.
you think the
that.
Christian right
that's-
is the head of development? Do you think the Christian right is running standards and practices at the studio? It's all the left.
Right.
Well, that's what I think is funny is like, you know, the one area that I did disagree with Jerry on, and we talked about this on Kumia yesterday, was at the end when he was talking about skis, and he's like, you know, when they move the fucking things, like it's, if you're clever and agile enough, you can still make the gate. And I'm like, or you could say fuck the gate and the trail and just, you know, ski your own path, which is what I think good comedians do.
This motherfucker's like,
I'll be at
can
the
I
lodge.
just take a tube? Can I just tube down?
Well,
the
listen,
fucking-
if saying the N-word in your special multiple times is the equivalent of taking a tube down the slopes, then I'm your man. But
yeah, go ahead.
No, go
Well, I
ahead.
was gonna say it's always guys. There's some other guy lecturing at me in there, and he's like, "Well, I worked at TV for 20 years, and you just have to adapt to blah 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 blah."
And that's why you're out, is because you're a man, and I worked at TV for 20 years. Yeah, it's dead from what you did.
right.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier when you were doing it, and
That's
now
what
it's completely shut up.
There was a couple years ago, there was a local comedian named Valerie Tosi, like shared a lineup from the Improv and was like, all
male. Yeah, I remember that.
men, when are you going to stand up and do something about this? And there was an account for a long time, which people believe is Earl Skakel. Stand up Batman, who goes, yeah, I guess if you have a problem with that, you should talk to all the people in charge at all the comedy clubs.
They were all women,
like Emily and Rita and Aaron and Paige. And I mean, every fucking club is run by a hipster white woman.
Right.
You know, Rita Piazza is probably the only one that's not a fucking 22-year-old.
Yeah.
I keep saying 22. Emily's probably in her 30s now. She was like in her 20s when I met her 10 years ago, and she was like an assistant booker at the Hollywood Improv.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, this idea that, like, you know,
Men
Hollywood will be
are
better
running
when
it.
it's not run by straight white men. It's like every major overall deal you've seen for the last 10 years, Shonda Rhimes, Issa Rae, Mindy Kaling. By the way, shout outs to Mindy Kaling. Congrats on booking the job as the S'mores Pop-Tart. But like they're all going to colored women.
Right.
And they're just like, oh, these straight white men are ruining fucking
wasn't the head of HBO a black woman? And then
I assume so.
And then they ended up
it was ABC.
And then
And
they
they
ended
had
up
to fire her.
selling, but hold on, like the HBO chick too. And then they ended up going like, what are they going to do? And it was just like, oh, I don't know, sell the entire brand to the guy from fucking Discovery.
I do.
It's just like, hey, like what?
Well, and then if you remember, this kind of flew under the radar, but like when the Roseanne shit happened, there was a black woman in charge of ABC who made the call to get rid of Roseanne.
Mhm.
And then that show ate shit and cost them tons of money that they were making on the reboot of Roseanne.
But then they kept airing it, and it was like the #1 show,
was
The Connors.
The Connors,
I've
right?
never watched
But
it. I don't know.
they fired her. Like they fired the fucking black woman who made that decision because it cost them a lot of money. And it's like, so you're putting your DEI putting these black women in charge, And then literally, it's
And then you're losing.
The
billions of
NFL's doing it
dollars.
too.
They're
The NFL is doing it
they're
too.
Martin
They're paying
Luther-
quarterbacks
Well,
to
hold on.
not be on their team.
But they're Martin Luther Kinging these women because they're just like, no, go out and tell everybody that they're free. And then the CIA is like, mission accomplished, right? So it's like you putting these black women out going, look, we have a black CEO. And they go, look, this bitch lost us $50 million. Shoot her in the head. So it's a funny
yeah, they're
thing.
just
to
hiring scapegoats.
Yeah, it's like you guys. So your dream was to eliminate straight white men so that you could become a martyr and
fall on the
scapegoat.
sword. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that's the role. Now you're being used as useful idiots.
It's just always funny when Hollywood has to reckon with the idea that straight white guys really are pretty good at their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's jump back
This
in.
is why I'm Team Jews. Jews invented blowjobs and Hollywood. Your turn, Muslims. What do you got for us?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know, dude.
Nothing.
And so he's like,
Give
oh,
me
we-
your favorite Muslim
Who
thing.
invented the blowjob log?
What the fuck even was that?
I don't know.
We said the
The Vikings,
we
right?
started watching Rebel Moon 2 last night, and there's a
And-
scene where there's like this Swiss Miss looking Viking chick, and all the
yeah, I know who you're talking
people, they
about.
all come in from working in the fields, and she's like, everyone sit down, we'd like to show our thanks. And then I just lean over to him and I go,
Bring out the blowjob
Everyone
log.
please we'll go this full length. I'm like, but please bring out please have a seat on the blowjob log.
And then I jumped in with, all right, now these fellas have been working all day. He was like, whoa. He's like, they're dudes. And they're like,
It's like
no,
10 guys come
He's
in.
like, no, that's it's fine. I'm good. I'm good.
and then Carl takes the role of somebody sitting on the log. Like, they're going to another log, right?
He goes, they go to another log. You're going to another log, right?
Like worried that they're coming over to.
When are we going to
suck you?
record some movie commentary? I can never get Dick to
Oh,
do
dude,
it.
I would love to do movie commentary.
Those are great.
I always
Make a
wa-
commentary track.
Instead of the puppets from,
MST3K.
yeah, it'd just be, three
Yeah.
fat fucks.
Well, they have
I
a.
had this entire show pitched.
We've done a couple. We've done a
we
couple.
we
of
was
look
us?
like we look like two balls in a shaft if we put you in the middle of it.
What do you call it? Well, you just. I mean, I guess you could do video too, but you just tell people to start playing it when the movie starts, and they sync it up.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
I did a lot. I did like live tweeting movies. This like 10 years ago. I did this film tweets live thing.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like I like that. I like
No, not tweets. Tweets would be
no,
gay.
but I think doing like a live
I don't want to type during the
movie stream like MST3.
Because I want to talk shit about Rebel Moon. Because man, what a nightmare.
Yeah, I think it's so funny. I've said this.
I got to be
And
honest.
I almost
with
kind of like the first
tried
one,
to-
almost.
Well,
I couldn't finish the second one.
No,
you. Dude, we didn't finish.
We didn't finish it either. It was funny.
We gotta
'cause
wait for the R-rated cut.
We were watching
Is that
it.
what it is?
Oh yeah, there is one coming in.
Yeah,
like,
so basically,
at the end of the month.
like Netflix has said, like, yeah, these are the PG-13 versions of the movies, but you're gonna get the R-rated extended
in the
cut
summer.
from master director Zack Snyder. And you're like, just release that now.
So okay, so this is his thing now.
Yeah, his thing is to have 2 cuts of every fucking movie. I think they're gonna
That's-
stop after this though because it's been such a fucking
gay.
disaster.
Let's talk about this. Is gay.
Well, it was funny because we were watching it last night and we were looking at the chick who's the lead, and I go, dude, remember when Star Wars fans were like Daisy Ridley is too butch? I was like, Daisy Ridley looks like Pamela Anderson next to this fucking jagged roast faced.
I think Daisy Ridley looks good.
I love Daisy Ridley. I think she has the
good-looking
most.
gal.
I think Daisy Ridley has the most perfect symmetrical face
Very
in all of
symmetrical.
movies.
Yeah.
I think she's a smoke show.
I don't know what that even fucking means. You guys are like side measuring to see whose face goes.
That's the
side
perfect
side.
determiner of human attractiveness is the
So
symmetricality of your face.
that's the thing I've ever looked at in my life.
Well, you're not looking for it, but instinctually, I think they
No,
show
never once have I been like
in
damn,
the
that
crib.
bitch-
They'll show babies.
No, we know. Carl.
Never.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been like,
Here's
damn,
Carl.
that bitch's
I
face is
guarantee
symmetrical.
that the hottest girls you've thought of,
No,
you've thought
here's
about
not-
it.
why
they're
do I have
symmetrical.
no-
Here's Carl's criteria.
No.
Does she have holes and is she alive? You know what? The second one, I'm not that
Don't
concerned
speak for
with.
me. Don't speak for me.
When you look at the
My
hole, you go,
concern-
is it leaning to one side? If
My-
so, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
First of all,
Not a cock.
nobody's fucking a slope face bitch. Anyway,
Why not?
you can automatically tell if she doesn't have great symmetry if the bitch's
Sure.
face is sloping.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sloping?
Yeah.
Hold
you
on.
know, maybe, a little bit of,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yo, I'm full on making t-shirts with Chinese people face on it that says sloping. But they'll be wearing ski wear in the shirt so that people don't
ski slope.
slope it. Slope it.
Slope. Ski slope. No, but you looked at chicks' faces and go, "Oh, that's symmetrical. She's beautiful."
Fucking subconsciously, you do.
No, you don't.
They went to babies and they would show them pictures of people, right? And if you held up like a symmetrical face, the baby was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. If you held up like an asymmetrical face, the baby started going.
You ever see what happened when you show them a black face?
Or
Oh,
a
they
picture
start
of Vito?
Kids love me. They love me.
What?
Kids love me.
Clip it.
Clip it. Listen, the kids, they love me.
They think I resemble some sort of popular cartoon
Listen,
character.
I tell them no, but they won't let up.
Ew, dude.
What was I gonna say?
First of all, tell me now. We get on these fucking tangents because fucking Josh will like fucking steer us. Go back to this.
okay.
What in the fuck?
Why do I always?
Oh,
get
Rebel
away from
Moon?
tangents?
No. What in the fuck is Kiwi something?
Oh yeah,
Kiwi
yeah,
Farms
yeah.
And
website.
what the fuck is this fucking shirt shit?
Okay, so they track
I'll see if I can
people
find
they
it.
don't like. They don't like Dick. So by Dick's been fighting with the owner of Kiwi Farms. So by proxy, they also don't like me.
Dick likes fighting with owners of websites.
Hold on, can I just comment on this?
Yeah.
You need to start accepting that some people just don't like you. You're always very quick to be like, because of Dick, they don't like me. Because of Denny's thing with Redboard, they don't like me. It's
Whoa,
like,
I've never said that
you
about
have your own enemy. I watch your guys' show. You have your own enemies.
I
my
have
friend.
never said that any Josh Denny hate is coming my way, but it is genuinely true that
Yeah.
You're associated now.
Yeah.
no, but I'm
You're
saying
on our show.
okay, but I'm saying Kiwi Farms genuinely like Dick and the guy who runs Kiwi Farms used to be like friends, and they had a famous falling out.
Famous? I don't know who this guy is.
Well, it's famous among people on the
Yeah,
internet.
you're not a
Among
internet
Dick
guy.
Show lore, okay, due to another individual named Digibro. So they have a website and they track my tweets and what I'm up to, and then I
That's
posted.
what the fucking fags at Red Bar do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is more of that. So then they go, oh, hey, look, Vito posted a picture from this comedy show. And isn't it curious what this redheaded motherfucker next to him and Dick is wearing? And Josh at the time was wearing the shirt from Weird Science.
It's a Dixon shirt. That
Yeah.
is Dixon does all these like collabs. So they'll be like, we made a Metallica and Justice for All shirt, and it's like the
Cool.
color and patterns from And Justice for All. They're obsessed with like nostalgia and whatever.
Okay,
Yes.
well, I'm just
So
going to
they
play
made a-
devil's advocate here. Okay, I don't know what's on the screen right now, but
You are.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say, just listen to the name of the company. Okay.
Dixon.
Dixon. Oh, okay.
Dick's in. Okay.
Oh my God! It's
think about
run by
that.
Chuck Dixon. You're gonna wear this shirt, and people are gonna think you're fucking kids. Nobody wants that.
Vito Dixon collab.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Denny Dixon.
Josh wore a shirt that had triangles on it.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, there's a famous picture that goes around
Yeah. The keyboard
virally
is dead. I can't-
where at one point the FBI put out a one sheet that said, here are
Oh, now
some
it's working. Now it's
popular
working.
symbols which child predators may use to cooperate with each other.
Can I just say, this fat bitch likes pizza. So he probably thought triangles was that.
Well, a pizza is also another symbol for pedophilia,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't even get away with that
Pizzagate.
either. Yeah,
Damn.
Pizzagate. Well, that's
They
the problem.
fucked your life up, bro.
If
You
like
can't get a pizza,
pizza and
shirt.
triangles, you're going to be in trouble. So they looked at Josh's shirt, which had a bunch of triangles on it, and then
What's he doing?
there's one schizophrenic kid on there who posts about me constantly. And he went, look, he's wearing a pedophile. His friend Josh is wearing a pedophile shirt because him and Vito are secret pedophiles.
Secret pedophiles.
And they coordinated to have Josh wear his pedophile shirt. And meanwhile, Josh's shirt just has a bunch of triangles on it, just regular fucking triangles. And it was like,
Just post the shirt from Dixon.
Hold on, I got it. No, I'm gonna pull up.
you're going to have to scroll down a bit because I post all the time.
Okay, I don't even want to know what that is.
Oh, there's a lot of great stuff on there.
Yep,
So,
here it is.
yeah, okay. Here was some of their schizo posting. So then it turned into like 3 pages of arguments. So that picture at the top was him comparing the two symbols. As you can see, your shirt has normal triangles, and the supposed pedophile symbol for
Is
boy
this.
love
It's
is a
this thing.
like a squiggly triangle,
Yeah, this like Illuminati looking thing.
which is also pretty much a conspiracy theory.
So what is the
'cause
shirt that's in that thread?
That's a
my
picture
shirt.
of Josh's actual shirt. So they went and they searched for Josh's shirt to see if he bought it from like a pedophile website or something.
That doesn't exist.
Well, that's what you would think. You think they would know that there's not a site that sells pedophile shirts for pedophiles to wear.
They thought my shirt was from the Silk Road.
Hold on. Do they really think that there's like jerseys?
Yes.
Hold on a second. We're making pedophile jerseys.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we're making with that symbol on the show.
Not.
Yes.
Fucking Teen Squad.
Boy, Magic Time.
That's a Space Jam thing.
Yeah. It's
like the Toon Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted pedophile jerseys, we could literally just get,
stop it. We don't want them. We don't want, if we wanted them, we don't want them. We don't want them. Cut to me. We don't want them. We don't want them. We don't want them. We're not making those.
This is the insane. This is the insane.
God, I knew this was going to happen with you guys on the show.
Sorry.
Nice.
The worst part of this, though, is that.
I'm sorry. Is it good? Did we make the show good, Carl?
They post a picture, and I go, hey, people on Kiwi Farms are saying that Josh is wearing a pedophile shirt because they're insane. That's funny. And then the conversation they're having has to morph into, well, if he's not a pedophile, then why is he responding? Why is he so upset that we would post about it?
Dude, because you're calling him a pedophile. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine they just go, hey, man, you defended yourself. You should go to prison.
Right.
And
that's
like,
basically
dude,
what
I hired a lawyer. Like, what are you talking
like, well,
about?
he just looks guilty. Why is he making such a big deal out of it? I'm like, I'm just making fun of it.
Only the guilty defend themselves from accusations that are absurd.
Here's the part I like. I don't know if you guys can see it from where you're sitting, but this guy goes, even if it was, it's some guy at the shirt company who did it. Josh probably just picked it off a rack somewhere thinking, neat 90s shirt. And then I go, I like that you think that I could buy off the rack anywhere in California. This is a custom order.
Fucking rack of ribs is why he can't buy it off the rack.
Yeah.
Maybe get lucky at the thrift store.
It's so ridiculous. But here's the thing: is like, I'm so glad that I don't have a sponsorship with Dixon or something like that, because this is the kind of press that they would not want. You know what I mean? Where they're just like, hey,
clothing brands is not going to be your thing.
Yeah, they'd be like, you know how we gave you money for your special to like wear our shirt? Yeah, could you edit our shirt out of your special?
And out of the bunch of terminally online autistics.
But the part that I was the most offended by was where they were like, oh, it turns out it's just some reference to a shitty 80s movie. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's one of the best 80s movies.
Then they started arguing about whether or not Weird
Science
is technically a pedophilic movie because it's about two teenage boys
who created
generating the perfect woman.
It's one of the best movies ever.
So it's one of my favorite movies.
It's a classic.
It's a cult classic.
I'm not gonna say it's one of the best, but if you think of that time period,
it's better.
She's in the Malakas, Dino.
No, listen, it's a way better movie than what some people think like the best 80s movies are. One being like The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, The Breakfast Club sucks dick.
Dude, The Breakfast Club is a movie about faggots showing up for detention on a Saturday.
Yeah.
What?
And their ultimate rebellion is to write a letter.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I just feel like my school would never.
Listen, if I went to detention on a Saturday, I'm finger blasting Molly Ringwald in the first act.
I don't think that's the thing, because she's not showing up on a Saturday and she's gonna go,
hold on,
did you go on to detention? I need you to vouch for me and say that was there, fatty. That's the type of mean shit that girl would be on. Like, that
you
bitch
think the redheaded girl in
who
the
got
80s
detention
would be mean?
Yes.
She hates herself.
No.
Yeah, no. Redheaded girl in the 80s hates herself.
How come?
Vito, thoughts?
No, redheaded girls.
Goth chick.
I have never been less surprised.
I never
the one from Single White Female.
No, from Breakfast Club.
No, that's the same chick from Single White Female.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jane Fonda?
Nope, the other one.
Henry Fonda?
Yeah, I want to finger blast Henry Fonda.
First of all, do you hold on now?
Careful.
You look at girls and say, oh, she's symmetrical, and think about finger blasting them. That's where your thoughts go.
No. I'm just saying, I was, playing in the spirit of things, not immediately where my thought goes. I do look for the symmetry. That's very important.
Really?
Well,
That's
you want to have symmetrical kids, right?
That's what you're thinking about?
I mean, if your kids come out asymmetrical, you're fucked.
No. If you came out retarded, you're fucked.
Well,
I
that's
think you guys
also
are saying
a
the same thing.
Vito, at this point, you need to be in the take what
Bend
you can
over,
get
weird science
department.
rules. He agrees.
I don't know.
Take what you can get department. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the other thing that weird science is better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, that movie
Oh
sucks.
my God. These fucking nerds never skipped school before. And he was just like, I don't know, dude. My dad's going to be mad. And be like, this movie sucks dicks, dude.
Yeah.
Why did he fuck this girl yet?
Yeah,
That is weird.
They
Jennifer,
should have been running a train on that bitch if they're skipping school and they got to listen to her talk all day.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is the actress's name.
Who?
The fucking goth chick, isn't that her?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. What was I going to say? The Goonies I loved. Goonies is a great 80s movie.
Yeah, that's cool because that's an adventure movie.
Yeah, Goonies is a great 80s movie. Terminator, great 80s movie.
Eh,
Bill and Ted's, Bill and Ted's
What do you
Excellent
mean,
Adventure.
Terminator 2 is where it should start.
Terminator 1 is fantastic. You're
It's not.
insane.
It doesn't make
You
sense.
like Terminator 1
What do you mean it
more?
doesn't make sense?
Doesn't make sense.
How?
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that he can
Because he
go
makes
back
his
and
own kid?
I'm sorry?
Because he makes his own
He makes
his father
he is his
goes
own
back in time and
he's
makes
his own grandpa.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. If I sent you back in time, right, and I'm your commanding
Be a
officer,
big fucking DeLorean.
right, I'm John Connor, and I say, Vito, you go back in time, and you're going to have to make sure this, right? And you go back in time, and you fuck my mom. You don't make me. I sent you back in time.
Hold on.
You're younger than me.
It's interesting.
It's a piece of shit
Listen,
fucking plot hole.
yeah, but it was the 80s, and they were just like,
They made 9 movies about it after that.
they
And never fixed that
and they're
point.
gonna go, listen, Cameron, you can start putting blacks in, or you better start traveling through time. And he goes, how does time travel work?
And then he started going,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, from Avatar?
No, the black guy in Terminator 2 that couldn't hold the thing and
Miles Dyson.
I mean, no
The
time
inventor
travel
of the
makes
Dyson
sense.
vacuum, by the way, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I like the Bill and Ted's rules that,
Yeah.
anything that would have happened with time travel has already happened.
Well, that's what was happening in Terminator, basically.
you're not good with switching today.
I am good with switch. You're not paying attention, motherfucker. I was on me because I'm talking. Oh, you just want me to park it here? Yeah, of course you do, because you're a fucking raging
I was saying on
lunatic.
him.
Yeah, I had it on him.
I'm very happy with not being on camera. What was I going to say? Yeah, because no time travel story makes any sense, because the second you encounter a future time traveler, the odds of the sperm hitting the egg at the exact same time are set up. They're different.
No,
butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Even if it
But
was,
Bill and
even
Ted
if she
has
fucked
that where you like alter things and stuff if you fuck with it.
Yeah, so the second he came back in time to save her,
I like linear.
there's no way she was gonna have sex with another guy at the exact same point in time and have the exact same sperm hit the exact same egg.
Yes, she would have.
How?
But I'm saying you and I have different DNA.
I think you have to assume.
No, hold on. You
Yeah.
and I have different DNA. I would have to send whoever made me,
Yeah.
which created that DNA, would have to be that person. Otherwise, I don't exist in the future.
I think you could just make some assumptions.
Right or wrong. The mom has the only child she has is John Connor.
Yeah.
So if this guy goes back in time, different DNA than John Connor has, John Connor ceases to exist in the future, correct?
Yeah, but I think he can assume that. So
I don't
maybe a
know.
new future's created.
I enjoyed it as a 10-year-old,
No,
and I
dude, this
enjoy it as a
bothered me as a
40-year-old.
kid.
I think it's
dude.
one of those things you got to just
Bothered me
kinda-
as a child.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. Well, you were like, no, he should go back and have to not fuck his mom, like Back to the Future.
No,
Like,
it should just be
I had a way
different-
bigger problem
it
with
should be
that
a
movie.
different person.
It's
thing.
better than what they did. Did you see the Dark Fate, the most recent Terminator?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Where little kid John Connor gets murdered in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah, that was pretty.
what is
based.
wrong with you?
Yeah, because it was like an alternate timeline Terminator, right?
Was it? I
So
think it was
then
the
they-
actual
Dark Fate.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Dark Fate. It's a different fate.
Okay, so that's not the main John Connor timeline.
I don't know.
Apparently not. That's why I didn't
But
really
that's
see
the
it.
one where the Terminator is still alive. So they sent another one back,
Send another one back, and he immediately goes up to Edward Furlong.
and then he can't kill him.
Yeah, and then he goes.
no, he
and then-
kills Edward Furlong.
No, and then he goes, screw your freedoms.
Screw your freedoms.
No, let Carl do the voice.
I'm just trying to
what I-
place I'm just trying to place the scene. Regardless, I can't
This is
believe
what
they killed.
said.
Why would you kill little kid John
Hold on,
Connor? That's the
listen.
stupidest thing ever.
Listen to me. Because he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. And screw your freedoms. Take your COVID-19 jab.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was very pro.
He literally
vaccine.
said, screw your freedoms. Fucking
Yeah.
foreigner cock.
Yeah.
and a
Yeah,
German.
a guy who's
the last guy.
40
to tell
fucking
us
years
Austrian.
ago. Can't
guy
fucking
whose
learn a
dad
different.
whose dad was a Nazi
Yeah,
and is
Yeah.
like, screw your freedoms.
Yeah.
How's mine?
he does have that beautiful Nazi body though. That Arnold body, man.
What's a beautiful
No,
Nazi
let him
body?
finish. Let him clip it.
I mean,
Go on.
when you go back and you see
A beautiful
Arnold in the
Nazi showering
Mr.
and
What was it,
bathing.
Mr. Universe? Was that the?
Yeah.
Come on, look, that body was incredible.
All right. And
What?
there
How
you
is
have
that
it,
not?
folks.
How is that not correct? You don't look at that. And you go,
Correct. It ain't about correct, homie.
Yeah.
God has other ideas about what is
bro,
correct.
it's like he was like a living statue.
my guy.
I'm not saying to have sex with. I'm saying just to
What
admire.
are you saying? What I mean?
If you wanted to paint or to sculpt the human form, Arnold would be the.
you're neither of those things.
I'm not saying I am.
So why are you? That's what we're
Because
getting
I'm
at.
saying, because if you actually go back, like
You're saying you like the personal pronoun.
Did you watch-
But I know that.
Hold on. I just want to voice it. This is what happens when Catholicism collides with modern heteronormativeness.
What?
you ever watch that documentary where Lou Ferrigno was
Nope.
going to take him on at the what?
Take him on? Hey, yo, big pole.
Is it Pumping
Bro,
Iron?
that's not a documentary.
Yeah.
Pumping- what's the name of it? Pumping Iron? Is that the name of it?
Pumping ass. I don't know what that was. Lou Ferrigno's going to take him on. He didn't hear it coming, though. I know that
Yeah.
because he's deaf.
It was the mystery.
Incredible Who.
That's the one where he talks about how much he likes coming. That's that famous Arnold clip.
I love to come all the time.
Do you know that
It
clip?
just keeps
No.
on going and going and going.
Oh, that's a great
and
clip.
sometimes you just need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 type of
Oh,
women.
this is Patrick
I think
Schwarzenegger.
that is kind of what he says, right? He's like
you need all the
after
time.
he's saying
just
after he works out, he's just the
after
coming.
you work
is-
out, you want to get the pump, and then you want to get the pump, and then you want to get the pump, and then this.
He says working out is
4,
like
5,
coming to him. That's how good it feels.
3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6 times. Sometimes you get a little
Hold on.
cum in your pants when you're. when
That
you're
explains
working
why I don't
out.
like working out. I don't like coming either.
What?
I mean, that's probably why he's so. I mean, imagine
this
if
fucking
working out
podcast-
felt like jacking off, you
This
would look
guy-
like
wow.
Arnold, right?
Hey,
No, I wouldn't. That would look like me.
Hold on.
No.
You don't like coming?
It's not the best part.
What the fuck?
So-
Busting is
It's
not,
not the best part.
No.
What's the best part?
Explain this.
Everything up to the bust.
What?
What, talking to her?
No, not that part.
No, this explains
No,
why
no,
I
you-
objectively be like, oh, dude, I want to fuck her, and you're like, oh, she has to talk.
No, you're racing to the fucking finish line. I like a marathon. I like to get in there.
You want to get edged?
Yeah. That's my shit. I
Okay.
like that.
That's not the best part.
I think it is. Yeah. Anybody can bust. I bust right now. The two of you fucking talking about gay shit. That's getting clipped.
Oh my goodness. No. The best part is definitely coming. No doubt about it. It's
I
why
know.
everyone does it.
I know. I get that that's the way normal people are. It's just not the best part.
If I
for
told
me.
you could have sex right now, but
Yep.
you weren't going to be able to come.
No problem.
Yeah, okay.
No problem.
That'd be fun.
And that's happened many, many times to me when they
What do you
open
mean
their
right
mouths.
now? First of all, this is
I'm saying
Oh,
right
this
now,
sounds
we can
very
go
gay.
to the room next door.
this sounds very gay.
Listen, I feel like you guys are going to make Sizzler uncomfortable after this.
Oh, what?
No, I gotta be good, man. I can't.
That
be
Sizzler
good.
bathroom has seen some action, I tell you what. You can tell.
We would be remiss if we didn't talk about a little bit of sports. There was an NFL draft this weekend. You don't follow sports at all, right?
Oh, no, I love sports.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're fucking
Go
lying.
football.
Yeah.
No, like, and I was saying this when we first started the show is that anime is really gay.
Yeah.
And I did mean that in the literal sense, but also,
I mean, you're not wrong.
but also I meant it, figuratively in the sense that, dude, remember when only you fucking dorks liked anime, and now like black kids, like
Black
athlete-
kids kind of liked it.
no, but black
Yeah.
nerds did. I mean, like athlete black kids were like, man, that's just like Goku, dog. And you're
Well,
like,
the black athlete kids were nerds, though.
yeah, but hold on. So I don't like the fact, and maybe this is like very hipsterish of me. I don't like the fact that the nerd dork shit is the mainstream stuff, and they're trying to act like I'm not cool for liking the faggy shit that is very niche. Like
Like, what do you
niche
like?
thing.
Oh, you're saying that it is faggy to like it.
Yeah, and now,
But is it
because
faggy to
all
like
hold
Dragon
on.
Ball Z?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, black guys just like martial arts, and we know this.
Well,
so that
I mean,
almost doesn't count.
Yeah,
But the anime. So here's
Black guys have always been into fucking-
And they're obsessed with any Asian culture.
right. But here's the
They
thing
all think
too.
they're samurai.
I think the irony is funny that Japanese people don't have black people in their country. They don't really like black people. They do blackface, and all their animation is like them being obsessed with white culture.
All the Japanese animation?
Yeah, Japanese animation looks nothing like Japanese people. There's almost an obsession with white people. There's whole Reddit threads on it, and you know there is.
Maybe.
Here's the funny part. When black people go, they don't greenlight any black shows. We don't want to, and they go, and we're going to make our own. What do? They draw anime style black people.
Yeah.
And then, and it's the funniest shit to me is just like, they're obsessed with people who hate black people.
Well, I would say Japanese, they're definitely xenophobic.
They're a homogenous society.
There are some black, I was actually looking at, there's some black comedians who've done okay in Japan, but it's more like, look, one of them.
Yeah. I'm sure they're in on the jokes. Oh,
Kobe de Bryant. It's a Kobe de Bryant. You know Kobe?
The Chinese are way more racist than the Japanese. Did you see the video?
They don't let them into McDonald's.
Did you see the video of the basketball players getting off a bus in China?
Hold on. Did I see the video or did I film a video?
I
don't think I saw it.
It was some NBA team getting off the bus and all these Chinese guys going, oh, nigga.
Go ahead and clip that.
It was pretty bad. Anime is cool. You don't like any? You like some anime?
No.
I think. What have you seen though?
I mean,
we watched Invincible, but you're gonna say that's not anime.
The closest thing to anime we like is Shoei Ohtani hitting.
But I've seen Akira. I've seen things. Don't do that.
Akira.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's how you. That's how you.
Do you say Adidas when you talk about shoes?
Do you say
no?
Okay, well then why?
How do you pronounce it?
That's the correct pronunciation.
Adidas.
Do you pronounce it fagot or faggot? Because don't tell me it's Akira, and you're not Japanese, so it's not.
Akira.
It's also burrito, but do you do that too? Hi, I have one burrito.
You do have to understand, Vito lives in Chinatown East, so
that's not Japan.
I'm very in tune with the Japanese culture. I tried learning Japanese.
You fit
at
in
one
nothing
point.
over there.
That's true. I've been there. I didn't fit in anything when I was over there.
Why do you like their culture? Their culture doesn't like you. They make movies about you called kaijus.
He like to try fit inside a lady.
Oh, he like it.
Well, what I like about Japan is the
consorts.
Great attention to detail. In America, we just very sloppy.
Yeah. This fucking guy. Give me the camera. No. Give me the camera. No. Give me the camera.
In America, we're very sloppy. The camera was just on Vito.
It was already on him. Hey, now. This guy is saying Americans have no attention to detail, and the Japanese do, and that's why he likes Japanese culture.
Well, yeah.
And cut to him.
Hold on a second.
I'm not saying
this is not
no. Cut to him. Just show him again.
Hold on. This is why, though, it makes sense because he likes the Japanese culture.
Fantasy
I like black guys playing sports. We're both living in fantasy.
Right. Well, I'm not saying that I live up. I'm not.
In a way, you
kind of live up to
this
their
guy,
standard.
Nah, attention to detail is what I see when I look at this guy.
I'm saying you can admire quality of a society without living up to that standard.
Yeah, exactly. As I look at blacks on the NFL and I go, look at the raw athleticism.
Yeah.
If I was going to sculpt or fuck a guy, it would be one of these.
And he wanted to sculpt and fucked Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
No, you're right though. Maybe I should conduct myself in the manner of a Japanese, but you couldn't do it in America because
you would have to kill yourself after all your failures.
No.
Sepulka.
I do love the idea of you dressing like Associate Bob from Demolition Man. You know exactly what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah, with the robes and
I
shit.
think I should just wear these ornate fucking samurai robes.
So awesome.
Homie from Beetlejuice?
Yep. He was Otho in Beetlejuice. Yeah.
You look like an Otho.
My name is Associate Bob.
If I lose the weight, I'll start.
No, don't lose the weight.
Don't lose the weight.
Just get the robes.
Just get the robes.
Yeah, it's way better than the Ozempic.
I have thought about
right?
Both made in China.
Kimonos?
It's a kimono, yeah.
But it's also like, didn't he wear the one that the samurai wear that has the belt and you tuck in the sword?
Yes, the big belt inside.
Yeah. Dude, you got to rock one of those, dude. You got the top knot thing that's that the samurai shaved the top of their head right here.
And then they bring the hair together.
Do you know why they did that, right?
No, tell us.
Because
tell us. Oh, gaijin.
Because the helmets that they wore would get super hot and stuff.
That makes sense.
It'd be like cold and shit. And then they figured out a way to get like ventilation through there. And shit. And so the ventilation plus the fucking little.
So they shaved the top so the
just
helmet
right there.
felt
Yeah.
good.
So you always have
This is why America's the greatest country in the world. Because while these guys are like, how do I shave a head so helmet is cool?
Boom.
Yeah. We make guns. The battle's over. We're just gonna go over there in the air conditioning.
Look,
Guns were that is famously what happened with Japan. Was
look here, Japo. Nobody's shaving anybody. Now you zipper heads are gonna have to deal with this. What?
Wasn't it? It was Commodore Matthew Perry, right? I forget his actual name. But the Japan was famously closed off for hundreds of years, and they're like, "We're not doing business with anybody." And then a bunch of Americans showed up on a boat with guns, and they're like, "Open your fucking port!" And they're like, "We love, sure, of course,
we love Americans." Oh my goodness, we love Americans so much,
bro.
So much we love Americans.
Hold on. Guns are the ultimate DEI, because if you think about it, there would have been no slavery if we didn't have guns to trade for blacks.
Yeah.
We would have never been back in Japan without guns.
That's true.
Guns are awesome.
Feudal Japan, though, who brought the guns there?
We did.
It wasn't us.
No, I think it was. No.
Tell us.
The British,
and
India,
Portuguese.
Because
of us spreading Catholicism, and the Catholics were there first, and then the English Protestants showed up, and it's even in that show Shogun, that like 10-episode miniseries.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I've heard it's good,
but
it's got.
They didn't tell the Protestant about the fact that England or the Protestants even existed.
They didn't tell
the Portuguese who had all these Catholic missions all over Japan.
Yeah,
and because they were there to steal the resources.
This is so great. I love the idea that the colonization included something where it was like, they're like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "We're from." Hold on. Heaven. We're from the sky.
And it's actually fun to watch both parties involved call each other savages and barbarians.
Yeah.
So like the Japanese call the Englishmen barbarians because he's like, I shower. Or he's like, I bathe
once a month,
once a week. He's like, twice in a week. What is this?
Great question by Ben.
And they're like, no, we wash ourselves every day. What are you talking about?
The Japanese bathe every day?
Dude, they're super clean.
They're big on baths.
They got hose for them too. They're called consorts and stuff. Dude, that show is dope.
Well, that's what they say you got to do when you're in Japan is you got to go to Soapland. Do you know Soapland?
You're going to tell us.
There's a series of, if you go to the red light district in Japan, a lot of them won't accept gaijin, but some of them
What is it?
Gaijin foreigners, they won't let. Soapland is what it's called.
No. Why is it called? I know you're used to gaijins, but
gaijin would be a foreigner. They don't allow white guys, black guys.
You've never heard the phrase gaijin?
No, anjin is what they call the homie on that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but gaijin,
gaijin, filthy gaijin,
yes.
White devil, whatever.
No, I'm not obsessed with Japanese culture.
A lot of people, whatever gets
you never
tossed
saw
around.
Only God Forgives?
What is that?
The Nicholas Winding Refn movie with
who the fuck is that?
Nicholas Winding Refn didn't he make Drive?
I think he made Drive.
Yeah. He's made a bunch of killer films, but he made one where fucking what's his name is like a samurai.
Yeah, no, I can never remember.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling goes and kills a bunch of guys.
Yeah, he kills a bunch of Yakuza. You never seen that movie? It's bad. It's actually badass. Only God Forgives.
No.
But yeah,
cool
it's all.
I saw a movie with Ryan Gosling where he was like a carnival worker or something, and he rode dirt bikes, and it was a piece of shit.
That was not Nicholas Winding Refn. Yeah, the one where his wife in real life plays his wife in the movie, Ava Mendes. I know what movie you're talking about, but that's not the one we're talking about.
Behind the Pines.
Yeah. Place Beyond the Pines.
Fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it was not great, but no, I thought. Did you like Only God Forgives?
Yeah,
I thought it was a good movie.
Pretty good.
I like Refn's movies. People don't like them, but
that sounds like a Rick Ross song.
He's like a Danish director or something.
Yeah, he's creative. I like that he's trying different stuff.
Yeah,
God forgives what I don't. Only hustlers relate.
That's how he talks. It's a Danish director.
Perfect, spot on impression.
So you're walking down the red light district. You find a soap land that will let a gaijin in. And you go in.
So you're looking for gaijins and soap.
You're the gaijin in this scenario.
That was a reach.
All right.
Yeah. So
you go in, and a Japanese woman disrobes. You lie down on, I believe, like a mat of some sort. She takes off all her clothes and covers herself in soap.
fucking
and
stupid.
then basically rubs herself against you and is like a
Dude, do you want to do something way better
Hold on,
than that?
human loofah?
Yeah, it's like a human loofah.
No, that's
Bro, hold
shitty,
on.
dude. That's
This
garbage.
explains-
Why are you saying that sounds garbage? That sounds.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
why.
Because that's first of all, I don't want soap in my dick.
I assume it's like a slippery lotion. It's not just like a bar
It's called
soap.
soap land.
Yeah, but soap can be like a body.
All right, here's what I'll
I'm
tell
sure
you.
they have a very sensual soap. I'm sure they
I'll
perfected
take-
what
they have-
lubricants
they
they're
have
using.
That, they have that orange lidded
They have that orange
Dove
lid.
body wash with the ring around the
That's the
seal.
good
I got
shit.
the orange.
That's the good shit.
Here's,
Hold on, that's why that shit looks so old. He got it in Japan.
I'll tell you
He
why,
got it
Vito.
at Soapland.
I'll tell you why, Vito. You don't even have to use your passport. I can take you to a place way better than that.
Okay.
It's in Philadelphia.
Hey,
Okay. They're called wishy-washies. And it's not, they're not Japanese, they're Chinese. Okay. And
I love that we
for our-
love that we live in the largest American sex traffic massage parlor city in the world. Like,
Yeah, and I gotta go to
and you're like,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, Japan. And I go,
I know,
Koreatown is.
I know how it works in Philly. I don't know how it works in LA.
I have a
And
guy
I
who
know-
was a big fan of the
right,
rub and
check
tug
this out.
parlors in
Instead-
LA,
no, check
and he
this
keeps
out.
trying to get me to go.
Fuck all that. I'm gonna explain to you how it went.
Mm.
And you tell me if this is not better than Soapland.
Okay.
You go into a fucking place and they'd be like, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Okay." And it's like this swole ass fucking Jet Li motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you're like, "Oh shit," and he's like, "You want a beer?" And they give you like a tall boy fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon, the ones you like, you know, and you're just sipping on that.
What was that?
And then there's a
Jeff?
fucking
You guys brought the PBRs. And
no, they provided them in the back.
they're good.
And they bring out like a line of girls like Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
They bring them out and like it's the
You gotta
Mushu. He's like, "I want the Mushu," right? You
Mm.
pick a girl. She takes you by the hand. You go into a individual room where
Yeah.
there's a bed and all that stuff. You disrobe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
On that. She puts a towel on you, so and she walks you out of the room and takes you. And she's like, "You said something like that?" I was like, "Okay, I don't know what the fuck you talking about." And they go and lay you down into what looks like a hospital or chiropractor or massage
It's got like
table
a padded exam
in
table.
the middle of a giant shower thing, right?
Okay.
They lay you down and head to toe like a fucking elephant. This bitch washes you. right?
Wow.
In between your toes, stroking on your dick, literally washing you everywhere. Then hand dries you off
Yeah.
and goes, "Yes, it's your moon, sir?" And I was like, "I don't know, but yep." Again,
Everything I've said yes to so far has been good. So
Takes-
why stop here?
takes you to a sauna.
Yeah.
Like legit.
Like a
oh,
wood sauna?
Yeah,
Like a,
dude. Fucking
Okay.
cold. And you're just sitting there. I was like, "This is amazing.
Mm.
This is absolutely amazing." No, I haven't fucked nothing yet. I'm
Right,
like, This is
right.
incredible.
Yet.
Right? So
How
then
expensive is
after
this?
the sauna, she like peeks her head in like the window. She's like, "Ready?" type shit. And I'm like, 5 more
Yeah.
minutes. I'm chilling. She comes and brings you back to the original room where you disrobed, lays you down, gave me a bullshit massage, but then rolled me over, right? I was already hard because it was awesome.
Right.
Right? Put a condom on with her mouth and you fucked her. Guess how much?
200 American dollars.
150 American dollars.
Wow. That's a bargain.
But this was 2006. So the
Inflation's
Probably,
gonna
inflation's
hit that
gone-
pretty
200.
hard.
Probably 200 now.
250.
Is that not better than the Soapland?
I think they both sound like enjoyable experiences. I don't know why you
obviously,
gotta come down
like
on one.
Josh was alluding to. I'm sure that somehow they were there illegally.
You know what I want is remember that in the movie Wanted they would get in that milk thing to like cure all their bullet wounds and
Yeah.
stuff. I want to be in that.
That's the.
I want the milk bath.
I want to be in a milkshake, dude.
What about that Harkonnen fucking tar bath?
That's the same shit.
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah.
of the same shit. You mean the
You want the milk,
Harkonnens?
the milk, or the tar?
No, I
stuff?
want the milk. I don't want to. I mean, I know I look like the guy in the tar, but I know I look like a
That boy-
Harkonnen.
That boy had my body in there. I was like, this is
Bro,
offensive.
I'm not
Okay,
even
who
lying.
stole my?
Okay,
body?
but the
It's like, you know-
Harkonnens, now it's like redhead erasure. There's the Harkonnens used to have that beautiful red hair.
Yeah.
So now you've been completely erased.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. When I was getting
They
ready,
were redheads.
in that first
The
movie and a
84
lot of the
one?
other and a lot of the other adaptations, they
No,
would
the
have been
Patrick Stewart one.
yeah, redheads, all of them.
He was bald.
No, the Baron.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he wasn't bald.
the
That big floating gay guy who ripped a fucking little twink's heart key out and then rubbed his blood all over. That's the other thing they got rid of, was all the
yeah,
homophobia,
yeah,
which
yeah.
was a great part of Dune.
Homophobia they got rid of.
Yeah, because he was just killing, like, he was a fucking rapist pedophile, the Baron Harkonnen. Do you remember in the first Dune movie? There's
it's not homophobia.
Oh, it's homophobia from the director saying, "Look at that evil gay guy. Only a gay guy could be that evil."
Oh, he's a pedophile, not gay. He wanted kids.
Well, why is he a pedophile?
He could be both.
Why is he a pedophile?
Because he's gay.
No, because they're kids. They're like 13, right?
But he's not victimizing any young girls in the movie.
It's way worse. It's way worse.
No, yeah,
it's
but
way worse.
It's way worse. You're misunderstanding it, though.
It's way worse.
He's saying that the guy is saying that pedophiles are gay.
Yeah.
That's what the director is saying in the way that that's written, right? Like,
no, because most Hollywood movies, they would be like, seeing some dude like prey on young girls is the pedophile that you've always talked about.
No. But like, if you're gonna,
that's the trope.
Yeah, but if you're gonna
never boys.
But if you're gonna paint the picture that the pedophile is the worst, right? Because like this is the argument I always make.
So gay pedophile.
Gay pedophile is worse. Worse than
he's not saying he's a pedophile because he's gay. He's saying it's more evil because he's gay and a pedophile.
Yes, but it's also saying that
you're taking it as like, whoa, he's saying that the gay guy's
no, he's saying what you just said.
It's worse than he's for the time. I think it was like, if you really wanted a guy to be evil, it's like, pedophile, that's pretty bad. But what if it was a gay pedophile? Well, that would be the worst because then he's victimizing boys.
Yes.
Yeah. So
why do you not agree with that?
Well, I'm gonna say that a pedophile going anyway is bad. I'm not gonna say it's worse one way or the other.
That publicist is really working out for you.
These boys should be able to take it. That's all. That's what.
And that was directed by David Lynch.
Well,
the original Dune movie.
Yeah, which is crazy because he's a phenomenal director.
Yeah,
I thought he's a flaming.
No,
well, the story of that is
my
great.
favorite movies are all David.
They
Lynch
wanted him to direct Star Wars.
Yeah, Fight Club's my all-time favorite movie.
It's David Fincher.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, Fincher's my favorite.
David Lynch is Twin Peaks.
And Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
Yeah, I always.
He's got a great story about how George Lucas wanted him to direct Star Wars.
Could you imagine?
It would have been pretty weird. It was right after he made The Elephant Man.
It probably would have been. It probably would have been awesome.
Probably would have been awesome.
Well, Luke and Leia. Hold on, Luke and Leia definitely would have fucked in David Lynch's Star Wars. And they're like, oh wait, aren't they brother and sister? He goes, I don't see the problem with this.
He's just got a great. I don't know if you've ever heard like David Lynch in interviews, but he's just fucking hilarious.
Hold on a second. I did a comedy show where David Lynch did a set.
That's awesome.
David Lynch did stand-up comedy at the Comedy Store on a fucking show that I did.
Wow.
A long time ago.
I wish you had
and he was
footage of that.
And the guy who hosted is this Russian dude who's a very prominent actor. He was in Stranger Things. Anytime there's like a Russian soldier in something, he's always the guy that gets cast in that. So he was one of the guards in the last season of Stranger Things. But like
he's not a big bald guy.
No, he's a tall. Okay. He literally looks like whatever a Russian soldier would look like to you, or Eastern European. Yeah. But his name is Martin Harasimowicz. It's like a Jewish, but he just goes by Martin Harris.
Russian Jew.
He used to run like Bringer.
Irrelevant.
Hold on, he used to run Bringer. Shut the fuck up. He used to run Bringer shows in LA, but he would have these weird drop-ins where he'd be like, so one night we're sitting there and he goes, up next is a famous Hollywood director, David Lynch. And we're like, get the fuck out of here. And it's literally David Lynch. And it was like, but he would have like, it would be like David Byrne from fucking Talking Heads. Like he drops in and does like stand up sometimes in New York. He would have weird fucking like crazy famous drop-ins of people who were like, I'll try comedy. And I was like, yo, that's actually a good David gimmick. Lynch.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Remember that Russian who died? Wasn't he leaving the Comedy Store or left Hollywood in that area? And then he like died from his Jeep or something?
Oh, you're talking about Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Was that from Star Trek?
Was that in San Francisco?
No, it was in Hollywood.
It was in LA.
What happened was the new
Jeep went out of his parking
went into gear and fucking pinned him, and he fucking bled out.
Yeah.
I thought he got pinned by the gate. He got pinned by the truck.
The car hit him into the I don't think it was a gate. I think it was into the concrete barricade of where the gate was.
Okay.
But it just like rolled back and pinned him, and he just fucking stayed there. That shit was
sad as fuck.
Yeah, he was a great actor.
A lot of actors have been dying young. There's one recently.
Yeah, that's the recent ones is probably from the Jab, but
we're outside of the window of getting banned on that. But no, we were gonna say, one of the, even as a not sports fan, you can appreciate what happened this last weekend, which is the NFL draft, which is when there
Young
are
kids change their lives.
new kids,
New kids on the block.
Yeah. It's, the freshest and tightest of the young athletes.
Who was the first white guy drafted? How early?
This is a good question.
This is a great question.
Where do you think? So there's 32 teams. Each team generally gets a pick in each round.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took for a white guy to get drafted?
Oh, which round or which pick?
Oh, yeah. If you think it's in the first round, which pick? And then maybe you think.
I would hope there'd be one in the first round.
Okay. How long do you think it took?
Fifth pick.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not
nailed
bad.
it.
No, third.
Oh, was
Who's
it
the
third?
Third was Drake May. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you nailed a white guy for the 5th pick, though.
Who was the fifth pick?
Joe Alt to the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. It was a white guy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there was just one in front of you.
6'8" white dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Nailed it, dude.
Well, that's the thing is like the spectacular white guys probably go early because it's like, well, oh my God, I can't believe it.
He gets it.
But then the other white guys are at the end of the roster.
You don't have to like sports. You just have to be racist.
No,
Why do you
and he's
understand
also proving the point of why we brought him on the show anyway. Is this is our staunch liberal friend?
Yeah.
And the thing about Vito is he will tend to reveal liberal and progressive beliefs, which is that they are way more racist than conservative Republicans.
Oh, I'm like super racist.
And we can prove it by him just assuming. We're going to start.
the first pick is not going to be a white guy. I know that.
Some
drafts, if it's a really good QB.
So we decided.
Here's a fun game we want to play.
We decided that we are going to list names of players.
Okay.
And you tell us if they were a white dude, a black dude, or if the name is even real.
Okay.
Yeah.
There might be some fake ones.
Could be some fake ones.
They could be all real.
That Key and Peele sketch, I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Shalom alaikum, Duncan.
Yeah.
University Mississippi State.
So
what was the one? What was your favorite of the
Key and
Peele guys?
La Carpatron Dubarian was your one?
Florida Atlantic University.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it's your favorite, because it was your college, you fucking homer. You're such a homer.
Carpatron Duke Marriott.
Duke Marriott.
Razzmatazz McCazz or whatever the best the white guy at the end.
One of the end is Dan Smith. BYU.
All right, so we're just gonna start. Do you want to read?
You just go through and pull them at random. I'll let you do them all, because if I do some and you do some, might be a tell.
Yeah, so I'll just we'll just start it off.
White, black, or
you say white, black, or fake name.
Okay,
those are your choices.
There's no like Chinese snuck in there. I gotta worry about.
Nope.
No.
Dominicans.
We knew that would be a dead giveaway.
Okay, Rome Odunze.
Well, that would be black.
Okay.
Real
or fake?
His name's Rome.
Rome Odunze.
Is it spelled R-O-M-E?
Yes.
Real.
I think that's real. Okay.
I can see black people like to name their kids after things they think are important.
Carl?
That is correct. That is a real black guy.
One for one. All right. Go ahead. Next one, Carl.
Pork Chop Robinson.
Pork Chop Robinson. His name was listed as Pork Chop.
Pork Chop
Robinson. That's the name we have right
fake, I'm going to say. Unless you're tricking me. It's like
white or black?
Dan Pork Chop Robinson.
You have to guess.
Government name, Pork Chop Robinson.
You have to guess. Pork Chop Robinson is the name.
It would have to be black. There's no white guy who's been named Pork Chop.
Really?
Well, even though pork's a white meat.
But I'm going to say it's fake.
Okay.
Carl?
That is actually a real person.
Okay.
He is black. You are correct, because you are a liberal racist. And
linebacker from Penn State.
His legal name is Pork Chop?
Yes.
Pork Chop Robinson.
He goes by Chop Robinson, but his actual name is Pork Chop Robinson.
He was drafted as Chop Robinson.
On his birth certificate, it says Pork Chop.
Chop Robinson.
With a K? Yes. Pork?
Yeah.
Chop.
Pork Chop Robinson.
Dude, you're getting so mad that you were just wrong one time.
I'm not mad. I'm mad at
Bro, we got a lot more.
I'm mad at the black community for allowing this.
No, let's get okay. So let's see here.
Okay.
All right, I got one. We'll do Quantez Stiggers.
Quantez.
Stiggers.
That's not a white guy.
Okay.
Black guy.
Okay. Fake or real?
Stiggers.
Well, that's kind of almost a giveaway, but the way you're talking about it, I'm going to say that's a real guy.
Quantez Stiggers.
Real black guy.
Carl?
There's a real black guy drafted by the Jets.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
By the way, played in Canada. Skipped college. Not a surprise.
Oh,
Some would say he comes from a
Played in
long
Canada.
line of
I
stickers.
should have known pork chop was too obvious.
Yeah.
Of a ringer. I should have said it was
one.
real.
All right, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Legal name is Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Fake. Black fake.
You think that's black but fake?
Yeah.
Carl?
Again, he's a liberal racist, and that is a real person. That is
100% real.
The name is Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
And you can Google it right now.
Yeah.
Is it spelled with a K?
Yeah, exactly how you'd spell Kool-Aid.
McKinstry.
McKin.
What is happening? When did this start happening?
Although I do think Kool-Aid has an actual legal name.
Okay, see, that's
No,
what I'm
but they have-
talking
they have
about.
middle names,
No,
though.
Kool-Aid is his legal, I think,
Yeah,
middle name.
you have middle names that are like, they have a first name.
I think
they
his
have a
name is
middle
like
name.
Darius.
Kool-Aid is in quotation marks. So I don't know if this is an actual name.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
That's how he was drafted.
He was drafted as Kool-Aid McKinstry.
That's what they're signing the checks
Well,
to.
that's
Yeah.
McKinstry was nicknamed Kool-Aid. He signed a name, image, and likeness deal with Kool-Aid as a freshman at Alabama.
What's the first word? What's the first word?
It's a name, image, and likeness deal. So,
Name
okay, but now
is likeness.
Quincy Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah.
Quincy McKinstry?
We should have went with that. He
What?
thought we would make
Yeah, I
that
would have
shit
thought
up.
that was made up. Quincy McKinstry.
Okay,
Jesus
I got one.
Christ.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
Dartavius Hamlin.
Fake. Black.
Josh.
Correct.
That
That's a
sounds
fake
like one you guys would make up.
Yep, that's it. That's a
It's
good
not
one.
outrageous
All right,
enough.
hold on. How about this one?
McKinstry?
Here we
though?
go. Lad McConkey.
That would be a white gentleman,
Okay.
and that's real.
You think that's real?
Yeah.
You think McHonky is
You
real?
think McConkey is a real name?
Lad, L-A-D-D?
Yeah.
McConkry?
McConkey.
McHonky.
I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say that's real.
Pretty good.
That's a real
He's
white
got it.
wide receiver.
You got a real white
Boom.
guy.
Runs a 4.3 too.
McConkey sound. When you got a white guy named Lad, I buy it.
All right, here. How about this one? Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Is it spelled D-I-J-O-N? Like the mustard?
Nope, D-E-J-E-A-N. Cooper DeJean. Black, white, real or fake?
See, now I'm thinking that might be a white guy. I'm
All right.
All right.
going to say that's a white guy and that's a real name.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Cooper's a white guy
You want to
name.
know something about
What?
him? He is the first white cornerback
Yeah.
Wow.
drafted in the NFL since Jason Sehorn
30
years ago.
And you know Jason Sehorn as the husband of Angie Harmon, who was on one of the original
Law and Order
procedural show, Law and Order. I
Oh,
think.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like the first ever. They were the first Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift of the NFL.
The first love affair.
And if you want to feel,
For
if you want to
America.
feel really old, their daughters are now in college.
yeah.
Nick-
Well,
Nick
Nick.
Kerr.
That's fake. Shut the fuck
Kerr.
up. Fake.
All right, here's the thing. That's a real name.
Right.
He just wasn't drafted.
Okay. All right.
He's the son of Steve Kerr,
Steve
the
Kerr.
head coach of the Golden State Warriors.
It's a white guy though, right?
He is
Yeah,
white.
you know what? I have seen that.
A white guy.
He wasn't drafted?
It's basketball.
Pork.
It's
Oh,
just-
okay.
It's not
Basketball.
even, he doesn't even, but his name is Nick Kerr.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He had to start going by Nicholas.
I would imagine. Up next in the court, Nick Kerr. Wow, Nick Kerrs are just knocking it out tonight.
Well, I think if you pluralize it, it does
become a problem.
It becomes a problem.
Why
You
did I
don't want
pluralize
two
it?
of them.
Now
I
I'm
don't-
fired.
Yeah.
Sycamore Daniels.
Sycamore. It's more of a woman's name.
Well, they do intend to name them.
I'm going to say real black.
Real black. This is how racist you are.
What?
That is a made up person.
Okay.
Hold on.
I don't think that makes me
I
racist.
bet it isn't. I bet it isn't.
There probably is a
There's
Sycamore
real
Daniels
Sycamore
somewhere.
Daniels.
Yeah,
Just
so I
not
threw-
that was drafted in
I
the
threw
NFL
a fake
this
football
year.
player that was a real name, and I threw a real sounding
Sycamore
name.
Daniels.
So hold on. Here's a real question though. This applies to Vito. This is a real question. So if you create yourself in a video game, because we have this argument all the time, do you create yourself like your real likeness,
No,
or do you create a fictional character?
I create a hot chick
You always a chick.
Why?
if I can.
So like
Why?
you're a Metroid all the way.
Well, why do I want to spend all this time? I'm going to spend 80 hours looking at a guy's butt.
Why are you looking at their asses?
Because
Well,
they're facing that way. They're going this way with the gun.
Oh, so
I play first-person shooters.
Oh, well, if you're playing first person, it doesn't matter what the fuck you look like.
That's what I'm saying. Why? So, what
I
about
don't
basketball?
even know you can make a character in.
do you
What
play?
about
I don't play
sports
any of those
games?
sports games.
Not a single one. That never even like NBA Jam or anything.
Yeah,
like
I'll play
that?
NBA Jam, but you don't make your character in NBA Jam.
So you just get to be the blacks.
You get to be Michael Jordan. You
Who
get
do
to
you-
play
who do
Michael Jordan wasn't.
Bill Clinton.
Who do you play as? You play
Michael
as,
Jordan was
hold on,
absolutely
you would,
an NBA Jam.
You would
wasn't
play
any
as
video
Bill
games.
Clinton. He was.
Wait, what? If that's absolutely incorrect. What are you talking about? Michael
He
Jordan?
didn't come into a video game until 2K when they had a licensing.
No,
deal.
Michael Jordan
was not an NBA.
Chaos
game.
in the Windy City.
I think he might
What
be
the
right.
fuck is that?
Super Nintendo game.
No, he wasn't in NBA Jam. I said he wasn't in any of those sports games.
The NBA Jam in the arcade.
No, Michael Jordan.
I'm gonna look
It was a
it up.
shadow
Yeah, look at
player.
it. I can't. For this
It was
fucking
a
keyboard.
2-guard. It was just a 2-guard.
I mean, it might not have had his actual name.
No name, image, or likeness of Michael Jordan. It was just a guy who likeness maybe,
Yeah.
but no, you couldn't use Michael Jordan's name on there. You could play with Scottie Pippen.
Fair enough.
He never signed off on
that's
NBA
right.
Jam.
When you played NBA Jam,
It was
in
number 23.
it was 23, and then it was Rodman and Pippen was the
Yeah.
trio in NBA Jam or
That's
the duo.
fair.
Mhm.
I think it was Rodman and Pippen. I don't think he was.
So
in
until they had and then when they had the Jordan, you could play as Jordan in 2K. Their sales were like through the roof.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
No,
you,
he was
can
not
you
an
play
NBA
with him
Jam.
in 2K
Fair
now
enough.
as like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
throwback player or a
like
card
They
player?
have all the teams like all from 84 until 98. They have all the Jordan teams.
See, I always make myself because I think what's sillier than a big dumb fat guy running around doing video game stuff. Like I think that's.
I just want to
funny.
see a really hot chick with 2 swords beating up a dinosaur.
What game is that?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
You ever play like Bayonetta?
No. The only game
I made a character that looks a lot like Bayonetta.
the only game I played recently that was like really.
We
immersive
hate
like
women
that
so
was,
much. Like, why would we?
I know. I don't.
Why
want
would we make them the main character?
I play
of
video
anything?
game. I play video
The
games. to not
storyline
be
where
around
she
women.
wins and never.
So do you not like Tomb Raider?
No.
Oh, I do like the Tomb Raider games though.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're good games.
Yeah, it's cool.
Until what I don't know what the fuck they're doing with.
Well,
them
now
now
they suck. But when they first
Yeah,
came
but
out,
you didn't create that.
No.
no. But I'm
you
saying
didn't create the character to be like, I can't wait to follow her around all day. She's gonna be so successful in this. I can't wait till she fucking. I can't wait till she
Honestly,
fucking gets
though,
to the end of
okay,
it.
so
I
first,
just don't want to see a big muscular dude
yeah.
doing like
unless it's Schwarzenegger, who's
the
perfect.
swords.
You said he's
No.
perfect, and you're like, how do you not? Come
hold
on,
on.
guys.
First,
I would make a Schwarzenegger.
first
that's
video
fair.
game boner.
Video game boner.
Mm.
First video game boner.
Well, it was hard because for a long time they didn't look like anything.
Yeah, I didn't get a video game boner ever.
Never once.
Once
No,
the Dead or
I got
Alive
cartoon
games,
boners.
once the Dead or Alive games showed up, I made an effort to try and masturbate to one, but it didn't go that well.
That is not the question.
Made an effort to.
Yeah,
You're like,
well,
all right, dude.
I have to jerk off
Yeah.
to this.
Well, because they
Whether
came
I want to
out.
or not.
I'm gonna fucking.
Hold on.
I'm
If
gonna
I paid
fucking.
money for it,
Hold
like
on.
even if you get a
Wasn't
shitty
that- hold
porno,
on.
you're gonna at least try to jerk
Vito,
off to
wasn't
it,
that
right?
the one with the guns in the arcade?
No.
This guy's jerking off in the arcade.
Yeah, I would play Time
I didn't-
Crisis with one hand on the gun, one
He's got the little
Area
He's
51.
got the little curtain that he
Yeah.
fucking right. That black curtain that closes. So you're like, oh, dude, he's really a lethal enforcer right now.
He's
man.
kicking ass in there. Look at his high score.
Vito Gesualdi in Pants Revolution.
Do you remember Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
actually, yeah.
That was a spin-off of the Dead
First
or
of all,
Alive.
Dead or Alive. Are you familiar with the game?
Yeah.
DOA is like
Fighting
Tekken
game.
type shit.
Yeah.
Tekken.
So the DOA beach volleyball was the first because everybody knew that DOA characters when they had the bounciest titties and shit, dude. And like you could uppercut somebody and this bitch is just bouncing her titties. Oh my god.
On
All
the
right, so
Dreamcast,
there's your video game.
on the
boner.
Dreamcast, you would set your age if you were playing Dead or Alive, and the way it was
It's like mature.
the way it was programmed was the higher you put your age at, the more the boobs bounced secretly. They didn't tell people this. So if you went and put your age as 99 years old, the women's boobs were just going.
Dude, the fact that you know like these backdoor pervert like
Oh yeah.
things about games is borderline disturbing.
Well, I
But-
mean, games. I'm a big game guy. I know a lot about games.
No. Big game guy would be like, oh yeah, you're a big pervert, and you know pervy things, and you happen to like games.
Well, I know that.
you happen to like games, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
but like,
how can I perv up this game, dude?
This is what's crazy though. Is like that is who video game studios should be bringing in to be like, how do we sell more games?
Yeah, make the
you
boobs
literally
flop around
you
more.
should be a consultant for all of these games. But the problem is that they brought too many women into these fucking spaces.
I know. And they're always
you walk in and you
complaining.
go, listen, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but slop that pussy up a little bit on this character and we will sell games, you know?
Dead or Alive was a good series. They ruined it with too much DLC. Too much
My first ever one.
And the third volleyball game never came to America because they thought we couldn't handle it.
We couldn't handle it because
Had
it
to
was
import
topless
that
titties.
shit. Yeah, I still have to import a copy of that one.
You thought about that was Xbox playing, I think.
Well, I think they have one on the. I don't know. They ported it to the Switch.
Dreamcast was my favorite fucking
System, really?
Yeah, it was my favorite.
I love the Dreamcast.
Did I ever tell you the story about Rong Zhang coming up? So I had
Who?
I had a nerd party in high school where we just invited a bunch of dudes over. We all played video games, and we invited this foreign exchange student, Japanese foreign exchange student named Rong, who was in all of our classes, didn't speak a lick of English, right? But understood it and was like, fine. And we're like, Rong, come to the video game party, right? We never thought this dude was going to show up. This motherfucker shows up, right? Pulls up Mitsubishi Eclipse convertible.
Nice.
Right? And this is 1999, 2000 or whatever. We're all playing UFC, the original one on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And we're all beating the shit out of each other. And Rong just goes, may I pray? We go,
Beat the shit out of everybody.
Fucked everybody up, dude. Fucked everybody up. And we go, Rong, why are you so good at this game? And he goes, my father make.
Oh,
his fucking father was a game designer.
That's awesome.
My father make this game.
My
I was like,
father
get
make
the
a game.
fuck out of here. So he's just testing video games. We're like, dude, you're the coolest guy in our school.
Did every school just have one really cool Asian kid?
No. That was ours. That was ours. Yeah.
No.
Our school, we had a kid.
Mark Wahlberg's did, but then they stoned him to death.
Yeah, well, he knocked that kid's eye out of his head.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know that story?
No.
Mark Wahlberg literally did a GQ interview where he was like, we did lynch an Asian child when I was a schoolboy and it was wrong. Funny enough, mine's also named Ron.
It was a Vietnamese immigrant, and he beat him in the
okay.
back of the head with a rock until his eye popped out. But he feels bad
That
about
happens?
it. Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg. It's Boston, man.
No, I just
We
meant
hate
like
immigrants.
I didn't know you could I didn't know that you could hit the oh dude, they are round. I didn't know you could
That's what it
hit the
was.
fucking
Yeah, the ocular
Hold
nerve or
on.
whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, they pop out of there. I know.
Did he have a slanted eye patch after that?
Yeah, they had to give him a special turn down one. We had one Asian kid named Michael Kim, and it was funny because he was from Korea and he was a professional break dancer. And we always had those school assemblies that are like, all right, well, it's Black History Month, and to celebrate the plight of the African American individual, let's watch Michael Kim pop and lock. And we're like, yeah! And the Asian kid would come out and he'd pop lock and
Dude,
shit.
that's so
And then
Boston.
next week, he'd be
Listen,
like,
we're not going to have a real fucking colored in here, so let Michael Kim do one of their dances.
anything would be like, it's Pride Month, everyone, and here's Michael Kim to break dance to Korean pop music. And we're like, yeah! I fucking love gay shit now.
Yeah.
You guys
He was
celebrate-
on So I Think You Can Dance at one point, and then he disappeared.
They never would have done that in my high school.
You wouldn't have let the Asian kids dance?
We wouldn't have had a Pride Month.
Fair enough. I went to my hometown is the one that just had a drag queen force those kids to chant Free Palestine. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yo, dude, have you seen? Listen, I tweeted
Dude.
this yesterday. I can't believe it hasn't been taken down. It probably will, but I was like, dude, this is probably the first time in American history where people are praying for school shootings. I mean, when you're looking at fucking Colombia and they have Muslims are making the student body bow down and pray to Allah, like what the fuck is happening?
I really got to go to UCLA and film some protest footage.
That's not a bad idea.
Did you see what they did at UCLA though?
They do a lot of
The
things.
Jews paid for.
a screen?
Did you saw that?
I saw it was this morning.
Was that
yeah.
real? I wasn't sure if that was real or
Yeah.
fake.
So they
Hold
just
on,
on a loop.
They made a movie
on a loop is just playing all the
murder footage.
from October 7th
Oh, okay.
and the audio recordings of stuff. He was like, I killed 10, blah 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 blah. And he's like, it's on.
That's pretty
And
good.
then they put a fucking barricades around it. and
yeah, I
shit.
saw that.
And they're like, I dare you to touch this.
Okay, the one I saw was edited to say that it was playing 8 Crazy Nights on loop at full volume. And it was that screen, but someone had edited the video on top of
He
it.
goes, that makes me want to do the robot dance. Hey, Michael Kim, come out here and pop locking. Because it makes me want to do the robot dance.
Oh, that's fucking great.
You do it great, that fucking guy.
Carl does
Whitey.
Carl does all the voices.
I know he
great.
does.
Shave
It
in
kills
the
me.
chest. Oh, you don't have to worry because you know what the JCC.
Go to the mall for the Panda Express. I remember that little
the beef
ditty.
and broccoli. Yeah.
Oh, the beef and broccoli. That's a technical foul.
You nailed it. I want to watch that movie again.
Dude.
Possibly a homicide.
Great episode, gentlemen. Anything we want to plug when we get out of here? We'll probably be back to regular scheduled program next Monday, everybody. But I don't know, man. This is great. We got 1,100 viewers.
Well, if anybody wants a new comic book, because I'm wrapping it up on Friday, my comic book SuperKiller. If you go to superkiller.org, we are taking orders until Friday, and then we're cutting it off.
And then it'll be out in 4 years.
And then it'll be out in 4 years.
You know what's funny is for the longest time, like my special was the thing that was never going to happen. And fair enough, we first tried to crowdsource it 9 years ago. But now it's your comic.
Now everything's on me.
All the hate is like, when's the comic coming? I got people drilling me. When's the special coming out? It's like, we filmed it 5 days ago. You think I'm going to rush a cutout? I don't even have the drives yet.
No,
plus the Snyder Cut's coming out.
Snyder Cut, man.
By the way, just for the record,
we should watch the Snyder Cut and we should do a commentary. I would do that.
Just for the record, by the way, you guys will have your footage before mine because I'm going to cut.
Yes, just send it uncut.
I'll send yours uncut. I'm going to send yours cut.
You can send both.
I'll send it whatever, but I'm going to send everybody your footage first, and then I'll sit down and I do.
I can use it to promote the special. I could say,
it's great footage. Like it's so funny too because I have like fucking all comics are such scumbag Jew motherfuckers, even the ones that aren't actually Jewish, right? Like I have so many comics who are like, you should probably fucking charge these guys for their footage since you paid all the money for them. I'm like, what am I, a fucking?
That would be like the ultimate douche move. Like, what the fuck? What are you gonna do? Just sit on the footage?
What am I, the Laugh Factory?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, no, you guys were nice enough to do a show.
$60 to get your set from them.
Yeah, I was like, how about I give you the footage as a thank you for doing my.
Hey, we filmed your
show.
set, and it's like, okay, the Zoom is like, okay, yeah, but
yeah, Flappers is horrible with that shit. Yeah, it's so dumb. I mean, everybody's gonna get their fucking footage. It's like, why would I?
It doesn't make any sense.
And also, what are you gonna do? Be like, I'm gonna need $100 from each of you guys so I could chisel away at the probably 20 I'll spend on this when it's all said and done. So it's so funny. Oh, that was the other conspiracy theory. Oh, if he didn't trade and he actually spent 12 or 20,000. His girlfriend must have paid for the whole thing. And I go, yeah.
That's what I want to be in the hole with that, right? Live with that every fucking day. By the way, I paid for this.
I paid for this
kiss
special.
My fucking ass.
Never gonna happen.
I'd rather I'd sell out for that.
So now we got to talk. Now we got to talk comedy special merch. You're gonna do the plush dolls and the pins and the pogs and the yo-yos.
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen. People give you a lot of shit, but you are a pretty fucking ingenious dude. We talk about this all the time. The move where you guys didn't have merch for that meetup show on the East Coast, and you just went out and bought fucking plain t-shirts and were like, I'll just do custom illustrations and signatures.
And then they sold out.
You sold out of them. That's fucking low-key genius. And it's so funny because
they're all one of ones.
And yes, and it's so funny is people go, Vito's a fucking idiot. But if Sam Hyde did that, everyone would go, oh, this guy's a fucking genius.
Yeah, they'd hold on to it forever. They'd go, I have an original Sam Hyde shirt.
Yeah, that's what I think is so funny is that like the good ideas can come from anywhere, but if it comes from you or it comes from me, people, this is gay.
I got a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
And you can learn more about them at superkiller.org.
Yeah.
I got some cool shit going on. A lot of great.
I've been to superkiller.org. I think it's a great organization. That's why it's .org. But also,
I couldn't get the .com.
Also, what are we doing with it? Is it a comic book? Is it merchandise? It's all of those things. Because Vito's a Jew, and he knows how to market like the Jews. And
I really do.
He's a very great guy.
I'm a crafty guy.
He's been a friend of ours for years.
We'll do this the way Vito podcast does, worth 3 hours of super chats at the end of it. What if I just set off a fog machine?
We can see.
Not again. No.
We actually used to pull up comments and see like who was talking shit.
That's always fun, but you can't take super chats on X. That's the problem.
No, and that's why we don't really do it. The
super chats have become.
Hey, Josh, just curious if the special is going to include Vito and no, it's just going to be me. I'm not going to put your guys. And you guys are going to be in some of the behind the scenes footage and stuff.
I mean, if you want to have some B-roll of me yucking it up with no audio, just like look at it.
No, there's audio. That. You didn't see my boom guy.
No, but I'm saying
machine gun and trying to get everybody.
A little montage of like the nights.
Yeah. We're on this.
This one's funny.
Black and white, little like grunge filter on top.
Yeah. Do you have any
live at the end?
You have any flat Earth material? This is fun. Yeah, I did a thing. Tripoli hooked me up with this gig. It was the only Zoom comedy show I ever did, and it was for like this conspiracy conference with a bunch of like flat Earth people.
Was it an Owen Benjamin thing?
No, it was not an Owen Benjamin thing. But it was like I did it because they paid me. Like I would do it for anybody. I'll go do an NAACP event if they pay me.
Absolutely.
They probably won't pay me when it's over, but you know. But the point is people are like, oh, you did this event, so what do you endorse all these? Even on the thing, I was like, yeah, enjoy your flat Earth, guys, but not my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen enough footage to be like, and also, who wins? Who wins by telling us the Earth is round? And what is always funny to me is they go, oh, you know who wins by telling us the Earth is. You're like, okay, like,
couldn't they also win in the reverse? You know, couldn't they win in basically any scenario?
Yeah, well, that is their thing.
Yeah,
that's kind of
they're gonna
thing.
win regardless. I don't think they need a flat Earth to get it done.
But aren't they like the boogeyman if you just give them power?
The flat Earthers.
No,
the Jews.
Like if you pretend that they control all the things.
Well,
like,
Well, that's the thing that
easy
sucks.
scapegoat.
Everybody's always like, oh, well, they're all like working together. And you're like, I've met some Jewish kids. They're not in on if they're in on the scheme, they're doing a bad job of it.
Talk
No,
about
that,
the special. It's in the first hour of the fucking thing. Go on, Carl. What are you gonna say?
Don't neg the
I'm
viewers.
saying
Thank you for
Jews-
your comment.
No, we're just like everybody always gets mad at the Catholic Church only for like, yeah, you know, the priests and kids and stuff. And
Right.
yeah. Also, they're like the leaders of NGOs of like mass immigration to countries.
Who? The Jews?
Catholics.
The Catholics.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Catholic NGOs are like and they're like, you know, who's behind all this fucking mass immigration? It's Jews. And they go, not so fast. Like, my people are doing a lot of shit.
This is the most accurate comment anyone's ever said.
Spit nose blacks. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Better than they know themselves.
I did
would
pretty
argue.
good on the NFL.
Hold
quiz,
on,
I'm gonna
hold on,
say.
Skip. Hold on, Skip. Hold on, Skip. Because if a frog had pockets, he would carry a knife.
Yeah, we gotta. When you talk about wanting to do sketches and stuff, we have to do Carl as blackface Shannon Sharp interviewing.
We don't have to do blackface.
What's the point if we can't do the blackface? I
I'm
want to
just
do
thinking
Club
we
Shay.
don't-
What if it's
I
digital
want to do Club
blackface?
Shay Shay, and I want you to be Shannon Sharp.
Oh hell no!
And I want
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You gonna give me cancer? No, talk about this.
yeah, but how funny
Yeah,
would it be
dog-
if we put you in
dog
black?
So you
Yeah.
gotta animate it though, because you
Yeah,
can't.
animated.
Nobody gets in trouble if it's a black. You're doing the voice of a black guy. And
This is all gay. Let's just do black. It's cheaper.
It's not cheaper.
It's cheaper
I gotta
than
take it
finding
off
it's
an
not
my
cheaper to
animator.
his fucking career. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're really gonna tank it by putting him in black.
You never know.
It's just not as. It's also not as funny.
I think a cartoon would be funny, yeah.
Yeah, because you could just animate anything, right?
Or just do like a cool little, yeah.
So you're not a flat earther? Why are they so mad about it? Why is this guy typing in all caps?
Yeah, because he's raging. He's rage commenting. Look, there's
He's upset about the flat Earth.
10 in a row.
That one's a long
Is he
comment.
pro flat Earth or he's
Josh,
anti
how
flat
you-
Earth or he's
Oh, I meant his DVD extra stuff. We're not making a DVD. What are you gay?
It's gonna be on
I'll make
Blu-ray.
it a DVD.
We're making a Blu-ray.
Hey,
just
I'll tell
fucking
you,
Shane goes
number
up.
one Josh Denny fan, DVD extra stuff. Actually, if you want the extra stuff, we'll just put it on the Patreon.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you want like that type of shit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
It's
I
like
can't
BTS.
burn my
Yeah.
famous material, but
I'll
probably post a
groundswell people wanting me on Kevin Brennan's podcast. Yeah, I know what that is. That's people wanting to try to drag me into this fucking Dabbleverse.
which
gay
you should
shit.
do.
No, absolutely. You see, this is where you and I disagree. Because
What?
you're like, no, jump in with both feet and fucking play in the world of podcast faggotry. I have no interest in that. We'll
It's
just
fun. It's
we'll just-
funny.
It's
we're
not
just
fun.
we're just gonna be
Because then
faggots
you become
together.
like a show talking about other shows.
Yeah, you become a lol cow.
Yeah.
that's
Like
not fun.
you guys covering
You end
other
up doing dozens of shows about a black
Yeah, we
comic
like to talk about like the things
Yeah, yeah.
that you like.
Well, no, but hold on, but hold on a
that
second.
is our feud.
That
other people
hold
have
on though,
latched onto.
but that is where it's different, right? So people go because people will criticize me about this. They go, well, you like Dick and Vito, and they talk about other things. No, talking about thing like that's interesting to you because you also are making a comic,
yeah.
and this is a dude who made a comic. But is doing so in a way that is such an obvious grift of it's like
Yes.
when the Daily Wire is like, we made a movie about trans athletes.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
it's like you are literally just swiping at the easiest, lowest denominator of like. So that's what I think is funny is when people go, Like, oh, Denny's a conservative grifter. Okay, but I did a trans school shooting joke where I criticized the police for being faggots and not going into the schools. So, like, I'm not entirely on a side that's just going to be lucrative for my career. I call it like I see it, whether I agree with the left side perspective or the right side perspective. But there are guys like Eric July where it's like, yo, dude, you clearly rushed this out to be like, I'm the first conservative comic creator studio. And it's the same thing with Daily Wire. Like Bent Key, we're the first Christian conservative
children's entertainment.
And it's pretty not entertaining.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have, and that's the thing is like
that one studio does okay.
What annoys me,
Angel Studios, they do okay.
But what annoys
that one movie, what else do they got? They made the Sound of Freedom. Do they have shows on there?
But the problem is that like this is why people think conservatives are bad comedians or bad creators or whatever, is because the companies that have the money that put that shit out, they just run for the cash to be like, look, we made a fucking conservative movie. And it's like, yo, slow down, make it good, and then win on the merit of the work. Don't just be like, it's a conservative comic. It's like, yeah, but it sucks.
What's embarrassing about the conservative media stuff, like a Daily Wire, is that just get like conservative creators and be like, just make the most kick-ass action movie. I don't care what it's about.
Right.
But instead, it always has to be something they can market as owning the left.
Yes.
So they go like, oh, Lady Ballers, it's about trans stuff.
Yeah.
And like, just make like a balls to the wall fucking comedy.
Like you literally could have just,
don't put Matt Walsh and Candace Owens in it.
Yes. You literally could have just made a modern basketball.
Yeah.
And you would have been
really funny.
Fucking great. Right. Like that's the problem is like when we talked about the Seinfeld thing earlier, it's like, just give us the money and let us go make a thing. Because who's our conservative clique comprised of in LA now? Like our little circle. Guys who have been on Emmy-winning comedy TV shows,
a lot of cool stuff that
who are canceled. And I'm going to jump into the specificity of that, but like, if we get to start making shit with this little group of people that we've assembled, it's going to be good, and you won't even know it's from conservative people.
Well, that's like when what do you call it? Ben Shapiro's like, you guys all hate Disney, right? I'm like, yeah, I guess. Is that like the most important thing about conservative media? Is destroying Disney?
I don't hate Disney, and I don't hate the.
But that's like their whole thing. No, but it's crazy.
That's because the problem that they're doing is just like you said, they get caught up in this culture war shit.
Yeah,
where they're like you said, we're just gonna own the left, and it's just like, yo. The reason that Disney worked before is because it was like this all-encompassing family entertainment.
Not political.
Yeah. So if owning the left, all you had to do is be in the middle.
Yes, be apolitical with your art.
Be apolitical, and like you're gonna own the left,
right?
That way, because they're gonna go and overcorrect and go, wait, I actually notice a slant when it's this fucking leftist shit. Well, I don't notice a slant when I watch this other shit.
And by the way, great creators have made movies that have had sort of a conservative point of view.
Sure, yeah.
That weren't conservative. Like if you honestly think about
Christopher Nolan
has The Children of Men. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Like that's like a very
pro-life
film. Right, so
all of Clint Eastwood's films are like very clearly like a conservative point of view.
Patriotic,
and there's nothing, and like they're good films. Like that's the thing, they stand alone. You don't have to like beat people over the head with it. But then you see Ben Shapiro, and he's like, "You saw how Disney's making Snow White like Hispanic." Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, and
our reaction, rather than just like coming up with our own unique, cool idea, is to make a direct response to Disney by making our own Snow White. And I go, don't respond to Disney at all. It makes you look small.
Yeah.
It makes you look like your only ideas are seeing what Disney's doing and copying them and subverting it in some stupid way. It looks
like that because it is that.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
You're making Disney look like they're the winners. They're the big one. We're the little guy. Don't be the little guy. Just make something great.
Yeah. And it's like there's no shortage of awesome ideas and awesome scripts out there from guys who are like politically aligned with what you want to do, but the script might not have anything to do with that. Like The Matrix, if you go like people now love to look at The Matrix and they go, the whole thing is like a trans story. And I go, no, the original Matrix films. Bible ripoff. Yeah. Carl, please.
Yeah. So it's like the whole entire thing of like from Zion to
there's a lot of Bible stuff.
The one to the fact that Morpheus is like, it's all prophetic. It's all supposed to be, it's a Bible ripoff. There's so many things.
Yeah, made
elements
by
and
two horny white guys
Who became women.
Yeah,
because that's how horny they were.
Yeah, they were like, dude, fuck pussy. I'll just get it. I'll just get one.
finger blast myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you ever see
Holy
back
fucking
when
hell.
one of them was, still a regular guy and he was bringing his like BDSM mistress to the screenings? And everyone's like, "Where's your wife?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Everything's fine."
That's what makes me know that transfer
Weird
is just a
sex
sexual
guys.
fetish.
It's like good proportion of it. Yeah.
Yeah, at least 75%. You'd say, maybe 85.
Those estimates could be correct.
Or as Gavin called them, and in most cases, aptly so, mentally ill
gays.
mentally ill gays.
I don't even know if it's mental illness so much as
We
just
do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
well.
Stop pretending it's
But
not.
you can
illness.
you can have a bad idea and
A
it's not
furry
mental
is
illness.
a furry is a
That's
mental
true.
illness.
No,
I don't know.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
I think you can be
'Cause
a sound mind.
There is a lot of populist transgenderism now because it's like it wins.
Trendy.
So yeah, it's a trend now.
Okay, but
Yeah,
who-
that's
But
not
I'm saying, I
necessarily
think you can
mental
be of
illness,
sound
it's
mind and
just
say,
trend
I would really
No.
like to put on a pair of heels and get fucked in the ass.
I don't think you
And
can.
I don't think that's an insane thing for someone to think. The problem is that somebody then goes, and I think I can do that every day.
No.
I can live that life.
No.
And you go, well, that's just a misunderstanding of what society is going to allow.
Most people would say that's insane as a man.
It's insane, but it's not mental.
No,
like if you
you
went
know
to
you're-
a psychiatrist, I don't think.
You know you're a homosexual. When you talk like that, he's a homosexual.
Fair enough.
You know, when he talk
Jesse.
like that, he's a homosexual.
Yeah, we told you we met him. Man.
Jesse Lee
That-
Peterson.
That's the. By the way, I was more disappointed that there was no Jesse Lee at the special than any of my friends.
Oh, was he saying he might have been able
He
to
was like,
come?
yeah, maybe I'll come today.
Yeah, I could.
You know, I think we might be doing something that day, but we
You would have
could
had to bring him
try
on
come up with
stage.
Oh, I would have. We would have paraded him around, dude. Like,
Yeah, that-
he was
what was that?
JFK's corpse.
I remember all the parades they had for JFK's corpse.
Remember
Those
how
were
they
great.
carried that body around for weeks?
Look what
told
they
us-
did to this man.
He told us a street joke.
He told you a
yeah.
street joke.
Well, let's end on
Oh, I
this.
remember this
We'll
joke.
wrap on this.
Yeah, tell me.
He said, what's the difference between Batman and the black man?
What's the difference, Jesse?
Batman can go into a store without robbing.
And that's the bottom line.
No, you get it because
I get it, 'cause a black person would rob-
Because the black
would be
man
robbing.
Because the black man robbing. See, that's the joke. And you can use that joke. You can go ahead and
He
use that
did
joke.
give us permission to
You
use
can
it.
use that joke in your little special there.
Yes, he did say I could use it
You can
in the
use that.
special.
You can use that joke there.
We
Because,
used it
no,
just
you,
in
you
here.
get it because the black man.
Black man be robbing.
The black man robbing.
Yeah.
That's why.
Ridiculous.
You know that BLM was started founded by 3 fat black lesbians.
I did not.
Yeah, I was started by
Do you
3
care
fat,
about the effects of illegal immigration on black people?
3 fat black lesbians.
No, you were way too articulate for a Jesse Lee Peterson.
I'm sorry.
It's 3 fat black lesbians that started it. You
I
know,
seen him.
you talking about that illegal immigration
Yeah.
and taken away from black people.
Yeah.
See, black people don't notice they're going to vote their rights away.
I care about the negative impact of illegal immigration on
I
black
almost
people.
thought you said negative impact.
No, that's because
The negative impact?
Well, that's a good way to sneak it in, isn't it? I
I don't mean to be negative
I'm not
here,
racist. I just worry about negative impacts on society.
oh, see, that's funny. You can use that one. That was
I
funny.
can use it.
Yeah, but
I
see,
came up with it.
Vito, that's not you should vote for the Great White Hope though.
Who's that? Donald
J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
That's what he did. That's what he still refers to him as the Great White Hope.
The Great White
I
Hope.
was like, who's that?
That's a good tagline.
He was like, and that's why we vote. That's why we ready for the Great White Hope. I said, who's that? He's like, that man right there. And like one of the dudes he was with was wearing a Trump shirt, like this, with the mugshot on there.
Yeah.
And I go, you know that guy was already president, right?
Yeah, you got what you wanted.
I was like, I don't even know if there's more.
You want a second bite at the apple.
all right,
Vito,
it's
thank you
laundry day
being
for
here,
Vito.
buddy.
He's got to wash
It
his
is laundry
pants.
day. I
We
gotta
are
wash
gonna
my
we are gonna
pants.
shoot a video at some point, a video of us taking you Pretty Woman shopping.
Let's do it.
Where
Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to the Big and Tall.
No, I think we should go to Rodeo Drive.
Yeah.
Pretty woman. How
I
about
gotta get a
fish?
suit made at some point.
Dude, you with this fucking 1 pound fish. This shit's
You know
gonna
the
stick
1
my
pound fish video?
head. Yeah, you're a very internet guy from 12 years ago.
1 pound fish?
I don't.
Come on, ladies. 1 pound fish.
I don't remember. I'd have to look
Listen,
it up.
I got it, man. I can pull that up, man.
Okay, this
This
thing is
a 1 pound fish. This guy did a song as a street barker.
We've ended this episode 10 times already.
As a street barker, like filming.
Yeah.
Like something fun. It like went viral like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Of him selling fish in the UK. He's from Pakistan, right?
I
Okay.
may have seen it.
Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. One pound fish. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies.
Oh yeah.
1 pound fish. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish.
Very, very good.
1 pound fish.
Very, very cheap.
1 pound fish.
6 pound, 1 pound.
1 pound each.
Hey,
Come on, ladies.
I wonder if that works. I wonder if he's selling.
dude, he sold so much fish.
Yeah, he was
I
on.
wonder if
X
the other
Factor.
vendors are like, is
He
that
was on
motherfucker
X
gonna
Factor
sing
singing
that
that song.
fish song
Singing on
fucking
X
the rest of the
Factor,
day?
and they fucking went and bought fish in East Ham.
I would have gone up that guy. and been
Imagine
like,
being the other guy who's like, yeah, it's the guy with the fucking song.
yeah. But if
How
he's just
the
a
fuck we-
regular fish guy,
Mate, how the fuck can we sell fish down the street when this man is just selling all these fish? He's singing a song every day. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. We're going to have to fuck him up,
they
mate.
do sell a lot more fish in the UK, I would imagine.
Why is that?
A lot of fish and chips, the chippery.
A
Where's
lot
the
of
chip shops
macro,
every-
buddy. A lot of macro. A lot
Mackerel,
of yeah.
cod.
That's what they
flounder.
said. 1 pound fish.
he said,
1 pound
he
fish.
said, they tell me your YouTube sensation. And I
YouTube.
tell them, oh,
YouTube.
I did not know.
Oh, they said you're going viral. It's so funny all the time. YouTube. And I said, okay, 1 pound fish. Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
1